Perfect. All right, ladies and gents, welcome. We've got the first quarterfinal of Warlords 2. Now, we're catching up to live time. It's also a 9-villager start, so things are going to happen a little bit faster here. And in talking about the players before we hopped into the game, it was just all about how good both of these players have looked. And Jordan especially of this year, announcing he's no longer full-time Age of Empires 2, starting a full-time job. He himself said he did not expect to be able to get top 8 with that. And I think he's looked as good as he did when he was full-time. And the big thing from Jordan is all of his time now is dedicated to playing like a pro, right? There's no like random ladder games, which for a pro player doesn't really give them that much experience unless it's maybe a new Civ. There's no random Black Forest. And I know Jordan's mindset well. He might be the pro player that I relate to the most in terms of mindset and whatnot. And I've had discussions with him dating all the way back to like 2015 when I first met him. And I'm really impressed, but also not that surprised how good he's looked since leaving the game full-time. Every second that he's on the game now is like a true pro moment, and he's, I think, benefited from that in some ways. This guy's insane, okay? He is playing the game all the time. He is more than full-time Age of Empires. It feels like he's playing 8 hours a day. He's been outspoken in interviews. It doesn't do anything else. It's just like plays Age of Empires, and then when he's done playing Age of Empires and streaming Age of Empires and whatnot, what's he do? He plays League of Legends for 5 hours. Then he goes to sleep, then he wakes up, and it's like, okay, morning coffee and Age of Empires, and repeat. That is Yo. And so there's no question on like falling out of shape or anything like that for Yo. A true nerd, one might say. How would this deer get over here? What is this? That's weird. Anyways, and the storyline with Yo every tournament is like he is so dominant. He's almost always makes it into the final 4, and there's really only 2 or 3 players that can really beat him. And of those players, you would have Hera, you'd have Leary, and then you would have the Viper. Not many other players really have good records against Yo. And Yo, of course, beat Hera, for example, in the group stage, has looked really good this tournament. So I think Yo is the favorite. I would say like 60-40 for Yo. But with how good Jordan's looked, I could see Jordan getting the win today and moving into the semifinal. Now, I have to apologize to all of those who want to watch me cast and watch the sets. You're going to judge me so hard for this, right? But I'm going to cast all the quarterfinals. I will unfortunately miss the semifinals. So if you're looking for the semifinals on YouTube or whatever, I won't be casting them. You could check the host, who's MemTV. You could check a variety of other casters, I'm sure. Basically, and I know you're going to judge me hard, but we have a holiday coming up in the States, and it's called Thanksgiving, where we give thanks, okay? And since I don't live near my family, I won't be able to make it home. We're doing a Friendsgiving with friends on Saturday. Yes, I know. Time with friends and appreciating actual people, it's just the worst. I'm so sorry about that. But anyway, so I'll miss the semis. I'll be back for the final, of course, and the final should be sick. But just wanted to put that out there, let you guys know. I wanted to explain myself because I know there's going to be somebody, T90's not as dedicated. T90 got the Zuck bucks. T90 doesn't love the game anymore. I remember when T90 didn't have friends and he loved us more. You know, there's always something people are going to say somewhere. There's always one guy. Now, this is not a fight that Yo is going to win, excuse me. He backs away, and Jordan doesn't want to follow him in. And this is a very macro-oriented build from both. Macro meaning eco. An interesting build here from Jordan. I don't think he forgot to go to gold. I think he's factoring in selling wood. I think he's going to sell 100 wood. If he sells stone, he might not be booming here. He's going to sell the stone, and oh, wow, he actually sold all of his stone. That's super weird. Capture Age only showed 100 of it being sold, but you start with 200. So, anyways, with this much on gold, I think Jordan with the Bengalis thinking about going monks. And he might be thinking about going monks, both because the Bengalis have good monks, but because the organ guns for the Portuguese have been dominant this tournament. They've been maybe more dominant in this tournament than other tournaments in the past. And I say that all because, like, the unit was nerfed. They buffed Portuguese. They gave them eco bonus where they get wood from berries. They I mean, Portuguese are so good on water, so good on land, even without the organ guns. And then they made the organ guns weaker. The only thing organ guns are weaker against would be mangonels, but they are arguably stronger against other units. I think it's a real balance problem. I think there's an identity problem with the organ gun if we really want to get down to it, but I'll leave that up to the devs. Anyways, Jordan's definitely going to go monks here. And Yo is definitely going to go organ guns. We know that much. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that scout from Jordan, not going to choose to follow in there again. Could have done so, but Yo would have probably made it to the TC. Then Jordan would be trapped. I'd say Jordan is probably the better arena player of the two, based on what I've seen over the years with these guys. Arena is one of the weaker maps for Yo. Yo will drop a monastery, and then he's going to drop a castle here. And Jordan's going to keep an eye on things. And Jordan goes for not one, not two, but 3 monasteries. And Bengali monks have extra armor as well. Now, you need redemption in order to convert organ guns. But Jordan is ready for the monks. Now, this is why I like what Jordan's doing. I think you could look at this with other civs and say, is this too much commitment? Interesting how he's deleted the walls like that, too. Made an opening. It bothers me he hasn't deleted this wall. It doesn't actually change anything for him. But it bothers me that it's not even, you know? Like, the lack of symmetry here is horrible. I think Jordan should be banned from the rest of the tournament. Good thing it's not my tournament, because that would be bad for Jordan. But anyways, I'm just joking, okay? I like this because he gets +2 villagers every time he gets to the next stage. So he is up 4 villagers now simply from going fast castle. So the triple monastery commitment doesn't feel as wild because he's Bengalis. Now he doesn't know it's going to be organ guns from Yo. And he sees that scout there. Again, Bengali monks have the armor. And does Yo know it's triple monastery? Yo sees one of them. See, I would say, you know, this is the start of the series. So I talked about some other things. I don't have time to talk about everything that comes to mind. But I would say that, like, committing to organ guns long-term is not something you want to do against Bengalis. And also diving in with that starting scout is never going to work against Bengalis. So great start for Jordan there. He did actually simultaneously lose his scout, which is kind of funny. So now he's back to just having 1 scout. But that scout going down was because of the castle. And this is just not the start Yo wants here. Like, Yo's getting atonement now to convert other monks. But now he's lost a monk. He's only on 2 monks. His opponent's going to be on 5. So you have the villager lead. The eco's looking pretty tasty if you're Jordan. And the only thing Jordan's going to be missing here would be atonement. Redemption's expensive. It's 500 gold. Now an organ gun can be converted. But if Yo can somehow convert these monks, that could be pretty good for Yo. Oh, but Yo doesn't have redemption! Yo doesn't have redemption! His own organ gun is going to betray him here. Oh, man. That is horrible for Yo. I think committing to the organs in the first place never was going to be good against what Jordan's doing, but easy for us to say, right? And an amazing start for Jordan. Now Yo's just like, thank God we're getting Arena out of the way right now. He has never, ever spoken kindly about this map. Just feels like he's stuck now. Now, 3 monasteries is a big commitment, right? But so is a castle and organ guns. And you could argue it's worse for your economy to go for the castle because you're not really using the stone for anything else. Whereas a lot of villagers on gold, you can use... Like, Jordan's bought some food, bought some res here or there. So you can use that gold a bit more. Jordan also has 4 relics. And I'm not really sure what Yo can do here besides hope to convert some of the monks from Jordan. Jordan has played this perfectly. The Bengali choice is really nice. These monks are super strong, man. And you can't really think about going for Cav, like Light Cav against this now. You can start off with Light Cav, but to try and do it now, you'd have to add the barracks and add the stable. Then you have to add probably 10 Light Cav, and it's just going to take too much time. So Jordan just hanging out here. And this is a dream start for the guy, right? And I think from here, if Jordan's really thinking about it. I think a castle in the middle of the map. Maybe a castle over here. It's a bit further to walk over here, but it would secure this area. It's basically a castle in the middle of the map, and then Imperial Age would be awesome, and that's what Jordan's thinking of. Jordan's got Yo completely surrounded. Yo adding more monks, though. Now, there's going to be critical timing. Jordan wants to go fast imp. Jordan needs the monks. If Jordan loses the monks to conversions from Yo, Yo then has armored monks. That's not good for the organ gun. Organ gun gets converted. Oh, and it kills a monk as well. Jordan has killed more with organ guns than Yo has this game. Here we go. It's Monk City, baby. This is why everyone loves or hates Arena. Look at how the red triangle fits within the little blue monk pointer mod I have. That's pretty cool. Jordan knows what's up now, and I think Jordan might be thinking, I can't go forward castle anymore. Second TC might make sense here then. Especially because you get 2 villagers out of each TC when you arrive to the next stage. So adding another TC here means you get +4 villagers instead of +2. He's going to get Atonement now and back away. Now when he's an imp, he can get block printing, get more range in his monks, and then suddenly Yo's monks get all converted. But it's just a nice safe play from Jordan to just back away. There's this tendency for pro players, guys, because they're so fast and they want to be so aggressive, to, like, force the fight there. But when you think you have the lead and you're pretty confident in your approach, the safe play is just not do that. I think Yo will be thinking about Imperial Age as well soon. But Yo has not clicked up yet. And Jordan, still no second TC, just going to stay on that 1 TC, and he is still going to go for that castle. He has not forgotten about that. He just... As we see Heresy from Yo, it's 1,000 gold. That's an interesting tech. That is maybe the one thing that could swing this, guys. So it's 1,000 gold for Heresy, but anytime your unit gets converted, it just dies instead of switching sides. So in a monk war, where it's usually like, I convert you, you convert me back, I convert you, I convert you back. Your unit dying means they don't have an extra unit to fight with. And it could be amazing here for Yo. There's no way that Jordan gets above 15 monks, basically. Oh, man. Yo sees the vills. Now, Yo has to go for the monks here. This is before Jordan's an imp. Okay, now watch this. We're going to see a whole bunch of old men die in the red. Can Yo get enough conversions? You notice how Yo got more monks to get conversions here. Oh, man. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh, crap. This is so much. I almost regret having the monk pointer mod on. It's good when there's not so many monks fighting each other. And, well, there's more monks for Yo. So that like the Heresy has kind of worked, but I think Yo wasted a lot of his conversions. He used multiple monks on one monk at a time. Like, a true monk player is going to have all of them converting separate units, and that would swing the fight so much more potentially. But Yo is not a player who likes to play with monks. Heresy still is paid off, though. So Yo's dropping a castle here. He has a ram coming out. Yo's not dead, guys. And Jordan obviously is going to have 12 range now, though, so Yo needs to back away. But look at this. Like, Jordan wants to trap down this castle, which he might be able to do. But Yo could break into his base here. So, say what you want, but I think Yo's given himself more of an opportunity than I thought was possible here. And there could possibly be some slight concern for Jordan. Jordan has to keep his monks at home now. Castle goes up. Jordan going to start to lose his monasteries. What were the monks from Yo converting there? What were they looking at? Jordan's going to come in now. Yo just needs to back away. Yeah, back away for now. Hope the castle fire does something for you. And now he's on his way to Imperial Age. Now, eventually this Treb will have to move further forward to take out the other buildings. Then maybe Yo could send a monk over to convert it. But it's still so awkward. Obviously, the faster in for Jordan here. No question. Giving him the greater position. He can actually convert this ram. And look how Yo's monks haven't started converting yet. But if they do get converted, they will die. Which still gives an opportunity here for Yo. I know it seems bleak, but look at the monk numbers now. All because of Heresy. Heresy's making a big difference here. And Jordan's like, I've got the better monks, but your monks are too stupid to kill themselves, Jordan. That's the problem. Sorry, I was a little aggressive, but it still feels like Jordan's okay. Couple of these monks going down. These Trebs obviously have taken out the castle. Yo still has this castle, though. And Yo is like 2 minutes away from getting the same monk upgrades as Jordan. So, but also having Heresy. Bengalis don't get Heresy, by the way. I don't think there's a single civ that has elephants that can get Heresy. That's where I think it's like the most applicable, is in with really tanky units. Oh man, it's so sad though. Like now the Trebs, great job from Jordan. He's just wheeled them home. It's a simple thing to do on paper, but he could have easily continued to just take out Yo's base. And now Yo's going to lose this castle as well. Malay get Heresy? Okay, thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. So Malay have very cheap elephants. Chat corrects me. All right. So eco count 53 to 47. So Jordan has the lead there. Jordan has the monk lead. Jordan doesn't have the greatest food count, I will say that. So switching into other units might be difficult for him. Yo needs to get block printing. He also needs to get illumination. I'm shocked he's not getting those techs. He's getting redemption now. Oh man, but not the timing on the fight here for Yo. At least block printing needs to be in. Illumination, theocracy, both so important. So one of those, I actually, still to this day, cannot tell you, as Yo has converted these villagers. Yo has tied the eco count now with that. But like theocracy, illumination, one of the techs is your units regenerate faster, and then the other one is after converting with a big group, only one unit needs to reset or like rest. Peak Age of Empires, folks. Peak Age of Empires. Heresy's actually paying off for Yo. Heresy's actually giving him a shot. Jordan doesn't have the food eco in order to make light cap, because it's been monk, 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 monk. It is 17 monks for Yo. It is 11 monks for Jordan, and Yo can continue to convert Jordan's monks and get an even greater monk count. I'm telling you, Yo's got a shot. He's got villagers here he converted that are just going to mine gold. He's got 17 monks. I don't know, like, the score is crazy, right? But I don't know where the score difference is really coming from. Maybe it's just the amount of conversions. We can check that in a second. What a good upgrade from Yo to give himself a shot here. And guys, for all the people out there who judge Yo for playing on a long time, thank God he's not looking at the score right now and thinking he's dead, because a lot of people would resign with this score difference. Wow. This is maybe one of the best recent examples to show you how strong Heresy is as a tech. And all the monks that Jordan had, right? All the armor that you could think about, all the good things for Jordan, all disappearing now. And he's trying to get his food eco up and running. And he will inevitably lose this castle to the Trebs. Yo's also Portuguese, so he can make Feitorias, which gives you trickle of all resources, so that'd be fine. And let's see the amount of conversions here. Where is that? Military. Okay, so conversions is similar, but remember, Yo gets to keep the monk, and Jordan does not. And that isn't shown in the KD at all, which I guess makes things complicated. T90 doing his best to make this sound exciting. It is exciting! We're seeing the player who is fast int monk with the stronger, quote-unquote, stronger monks being pushed back. I'm not lying to you guys. Is it, though? You guys don't like it? No? You guys are a bunch of arena haters, I see. Okay, got it. Well, now if you're Yo, you should be thinking, where am I vulnerable? What hurts me here? Because, obviously, you've got, like, a full army of monks. The opponent's going to be thinking about light cap. So, I could see Spearmen being an option for Yo. I do think combining organ guns with your monks could be good as well, which is what he's doing right now. Yo also should be thinking about maybe one or two more Feitorias. Keep in mind, Feitorias take up 20 population space. But again, they give you a trickle of all res. Jordan has kept his Trebs alive. He's even parked his Trebs here and unpacked them, just waiting for any potential Trebs from Yo, which is really smart. This is an underrated play. It's really clunky. Like, controlling Trebs is not fun. Unless maybe you're Japanese or Britons. 4 stables behind this for Jordan. And Jordan will check res collected. I'm sure he's collected a little bit more. But it probably will get closer and closer over time. Jordan has also relocated his relics, which is another really smart play from Jordan, showing he's on point today. He has moved the relics back. Now, I said this when the game started. They, quote-unquote, nerfed organ guns. I don't think they nerfed organ guns. I think organ guns are stronger than before. Where they're weaker than before is against siege. But otherwise, they're really strong. And Yo is not expecting this. Yo is not expecting Jordan to be sitting here with the Trebs. He's got to show some patience here. But if you get up to like 20 organs and they're elite, there's no way Lightcav can get anywhere near these monks. I guess that's where Jordan would need to use whatever monks he does have against the organ guns. But that, you know, is a complicated cycle. Yo repositions the Trebs. But I think he's got to think better of this. And he is going to think better of this now. And I don't know what happened. I do feel like... Okay, bad timing. I was just going to say, I feel like in the most recent patch, Trebs got less accurate. But I'm probably crazy. I think Yo's in a great spot. Now, Bombard Cannons are a little bit risky, I feel. Because they can get converted by monks from range, whereas Trebuchets cannot. But at least you can micro them a bit easier. The Lightcav coming out for Jordan as we see more and more farming eco. And Yo, 3 Fatorias, 0 on food. He doesn't have any farmers right now. It's just Fatoria food eco. Bengali Skirm is the answer here. Fully upgraded Skirms take damage versus 3 hits from the organs. I'm not convinced. I think a combination of Lightcav and Skirm sounds good. I'm not convinced it's good against Elite Organ. Like, I obviously am very opinionated here. I feel as though people don't realize how good Elite Organ Gun is right now. It shreds normal units. Like, it's crazy. But Yo needs to get elite, right? Look how he's sitting here. Like, from what Jordan can see, Jordan could maybe be tempted to go in with the Lightcav. Oh, man. Yo says, go ahead, take my cannon. I'll take your monks. Jordan hops into the castle. Bombard Cannon comes forward again. Yo now needs to back away and now convert the monks again. Now also needs to repair his Trebs. But there's one thing Yo can learn from my... babble, it's do not trickle Treb. I don't know why we're moving forward with 2 Trebs against 5 here, Yo. But he's repairing the Trebs nicely. His Bombard Cannon is here, and he's waiting again to convert Jordan's monks. And here come the Lightcav. Now, again, from Jordan's perspective, Jordan has been seeing mainly monks and Trebs. And he's going to move in with the Lightcav here. And let's see how these organ guns do. The monks are in the worst position possible. They haven't pulled back at all, but where are the Lightcav? Do you remember when there were Lightcav? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Make a couple skirms against these bad boys. See what happens. They're so good against standard units now. They were buffed, not nerfed. And the Bombard Cannon's been doing work here for Yo. And Jordan's got to be left thinking, like, what did I do wrong here? I was fast imp. I did so well. How do I stop this now? Jordan's got 4 monks only. There's organ guns everywhere, and if Jordan loses this castle, he loses the game. This castle is the only thing keeping him alive right now. And Yo knows that he is in the driver's seat in this game. He doesn't have the Vil count, but like, again, the Lightcav are simply going to disappear as long as Yo engages. Yeah, they hit multiple targets with the volleys. That's the difference. They like change the accuracy with the organ guns. It's kind of interesting. They change the accuracy to make them worse, but it actually makes them better against groups. Because they're like, you can see the spray. You go in with a large group, you can't even spread them out against that. You're going to have big problems. And Jordan still just stuck on Lightcav now, as Yo is now getting elite organ gun. It gets worse. It gets worse. Now, I'm not going to call people out, right? You guys are just as excited and into this as I am. I like to see that from my commenters. But there were more than just a few people saying that Yo was completely dead when Jordan made his way to the Imperial Age. Yo was 3K score behind. It was like 3,200 score versus 5,100 score. And Yo has a lead organ gun now, so the attack goes up. I don't know what other stats really changed, to be honest. But there's no way you kill this. You cannot kill this now. Not without your own monks. But even then, like we established, Heresy was such a big upgrade. Say what you want about the Organs, but it was Heresy that gave Yo this win. On top of a lot of other good plays as well, of course. But so good. Yeah, Jordan didn't have Bloodlines before. I don't know if armor really helps against this much attack, in all honesty. But, you know, those are the types of things that maybe Jordan needed to try to get there. Castle's going up here from Yo. I like this from Jordan. He's trying to pull the Organs out of position so he can possibly take an engagement. But it's just so hard. You're just going to find castles everywhere you go here. Yo has taken out the castle. Yo has not let the distraction slow him down too much as he continues to move forward. And if score lead means anything to you, he's got it now. Yo does not need to have villagers like Jordan does because he has the Fetorias. Another thing that is potentially a balance nightmare with the Portuguese. Again, Portuguese have no weaknesses as a civ. They are good in every setting. And Jordan, first game in what will be a long best of 7, going to continue to play on here. And we're going to see a repeat of what we saw moments ago. The Organ Guns, if they were actually attacking the Light Cav, will kill the Light Cav pretty quickly. And the Light Cav won't have a chance to kill the monks. And the whole group isn't even here yet. The whole group is on the way in. Now, here's the skirms, right? Skirms it's the same result. Because unfortunately, the Organ Gun's a siege unit. So it's not like an archer where you're doing extra bonus damage with skirms. You're just not able to really do anything at this point of the game. And what a comeback from Yo. Seriously. I thought he was super dead. Had Yo not gone for Heresy, this game would have been over a long time ago. Heresy saves Yo. He wins the first game on arguably his weakest map. And that was a wonderful victory there from Yo. We really did get to see a lot of bonuses at play in this game as well. Some people love Arena, and they'll smile in my Twitch chat. Other people hate Arena, and they'll frown, right? There's different outlooks on it. It's a very divisive map, let's say. But I think one thing you have to understand and appreciate about Arena, aside from all the monks, right, is you really have a wider discussion on bonuses. Because sometimes on more open maps, you can't see certain bonuses utilized because the map's open and a lot of things happen. Here, we got to see the cheaper gold units from Portuguese. We got to see the castle unit. We got to see the Feitoria. We got to see access to Heresy, I suppose. For the Bengalis, we saw the extra villagers out of the TCs, the armored monks. And yeah, I think like Jordan thought, Fast Imp, Trebuchets wins me the game. But this castle from Yo was so good to give himself time at home. Because remember, Jordan had a castle here, and he trebbed this castle down, and then he had a decision to make. And he decided, and I felt like it was right in the moment, to roll the trebs home to take out this castle. Yo lost this castle, but what did that do? That gave him space and time at home. And obviously, the big thing, too, is Jordan was an imp so much faster. The timing was for the superior monk wars, but because Heresy was in, the converting other monks didn't snowball as much. Jordan will maybe be kicking himself, but honestly, he added the well played there. I think he recognized how insane that was from Yo. And like again, just to show you this before the next game, this is almost unheard of based on score. Jordan, 600 score lead. Jordan, 1,400 score lead. 1,200 score lead. Like, look at that. Score is based on a lot of different factors in the game. So it's kind of hard to like attribute that to one thing. I think it was even crazier than that. 2K score lead? And Jordan lost this game. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Yo was behind in score virtually that entire game, it felt like. He was behind that entire game. Got the job done. Game 1 goes to Yo. All right, game number 2, folks. We've got Italians for Yo. We've got Dravidians for Jordan. And I'm going to say the same thing I said last time I casted Baltic. This game is either going to be like 30, 40 minutes, and one person snowballs it, and it's a pretty bland game, or this goes on for 3 hours. So, keep your seatbelts on or take them off. I don't know. Well, actually, no, keep them on. Let's be safe. All right. I want you guys to be safe. Be with me for the other quarterfinals. Baltic water map. There's a giant body of water in the middle that is shaped like something, but I can't think of it. I don't know. It's like something that got squished or smushed. Italians, they have great bonuses at play here. Yeah, I think Italians might be one of the best here. I think Persians, I think Dravidians, I think Japanese are the other civs that come to mind immediately if we're talking the greatest civs. But cheaper fishing ships, cheaper to go up to each age, and cheaper dock techs. Pretty good tech tree later on as well. Someone said this is a wiener. Okay, you, sir, need to go to a doctor. Okay, you need to get that checked out. That is not what... Yeah, okay. So something I'd like to see here from Jordan. Now, they're going to go for these fast little hybrid builds for water, so maybe I'm saying this a little too late. But I'd like to see Jordan try and go for some type of land aggression here. I do think you got to make it awkward for Yo. But Jordan's going to go full on water here, and then they might transition. If anyone is going to go lands, maybe Yo will do so. Guys, this scout, really important here, okay? If you lose your scout, you're immediately vulnerable to a landing because you won't be able to scout it. But Jordan up very quickly, second dock. Everything streamlined to be snowballing victories on water here. Not even any fishing ships for Jordan. Wow, okay, so no fishing ships. Yo thinks he's going up fast here. He's only added 2 fishing ships, which is pretty low. But Jordan's uptime. Fully designed about killing the opponent's fish and maybe adding fish a little bit later. A couple shout-outs here. Thank you, Einfrier Elf, for the 31 months. Holy crap. Thank you, Swooshy. Thank you, Hertog. Couple salutes in chat, please. Those are some long-time subs. A couple new people as well. Well, Nosey's here for 7 months. Appreciate it. But then a couple new primes. Thank you. God, I can't say your names. Oh, it's Accelerate, but spelled differently. Got it. Wall Street Boy. Thank you. Oh, Turbo. Thanks for the 2 years. Appreciate the support, everybody. And we're going to see fires from Jordan and 3 docks. The Dravidians get plus 200 wood when they arrive to the next stage. So rushing to the next stage. It does have its eco downsides because you have fewer villagers. But when you get that little injection of wood, you can use that here. I like the attention to detail from Jordan, walling in the villager. Yo's done the same. This is a quarterfinal. You would expect players to be paying very close attention to that. Yo's going to see 3 docks, and he might be like, man, I don't really have the eco set up to do that yet, and he's going to add his 3rd. How strong is fishing ship income? Well, it's very good. But the main issue here is it takes such a long journey to get to the opponent's base on land that it doesn't have... It takes a long time for a payoff if you're investing wood into other things. So players typically just go full on water on this map. And things like repairing your ships, demo hits are going to be very important. And when a ship is created, we're going to hear a ding. When I click a ship, we're going to hear a ding. There's going to be lots of dinging, so my apologies for those that don't like the dings. But that is... Apparently there's bells. I do not know where the bells are. I have yet to see a bell on a dock or a ship, but they're in there. They are in there. Time to think more. Thank you for the 20 months. Says, welcome back to Twitch. Take my prime. Hey, thank you. Lots of primers, I've noticed. Jordan, not adding a demo behind this, but it's common for the player who's behind in ship count to add the demo first, right? The demo's supposed to help with that. And Yo will want this demo to land. Jordan sees it, and Yo ends up actually taking a pretty good fight there. Both players are going to back away with their ships to repair them. I actually think it makes sense. Oh, scouts are fighting something here. Yo patrolled, and Yo sees the vills. This is Jordan coming forward. A great find from Yo. I think so many players would just be like, crap, well, how did my scout die? And Jordan kind of showing his hand then. And now Yo is paranoid. Like, where are your vills? And Jordan's bringing his scout to come kill Yo's scout. So I think... If Jordan wasn't spotted there, he would have definitely gone forward, but because his opponent has an idea now, he's backed off that plan. Again, lots of ships, lots of action here. Repairs are needed. Some players will even bring 2 or 3 villagers to the shoreline to repair here. For those that complained about monks, do you miss them now? Whoa, wow, look at her hammer. Woo! Yeah, baby! All right, demo ship. Jordan's got a demo ship. Oh, man, they both got a demo ship. And the demos are going to hit. Yo's demo, pretty poor, actually. And Jordan got the better engagement with his demo. His micro's been amazing here, and he's killing all of Yo's ships. And this is just what Jordan wanted here. He hasn't fully won water or anything, of course. Yo has had fishing ships behind all this, but nice momentum here for Jordan. And this could lead to Jordan potentially winning the water. And like I said, maybe having an extra repair villager could have helped for Yo. Jordan now, we might see him squeak in some fishing ships if he thinks he has won water. And he hasn't officially won water, of course. Yo could be right back in it. But fishing ships have gone down. Jordan probably needs to back away here. So Jordan's scout is here. Look at what Jordan saw with this, guys. He saw most of the base. He doesn't see the gold. He sees the berries. Maybe thinks Yo will wall that. I think if I was really able to think about it... Nice micro again from Jordan. No way. Oh! What a way to go! That's not common, demo on the repair villager. But that's something that Yo might not realize until he needs repaired, so I don't hate it. Yo even gonna bring in a boar now. And these 9 villager starts, players are only taking 1 boar on this map, I've noticed. War crime. There's no rules. I don't know what year this is. There were no war crimes back then. Anyways, as we have a pause now, I'm just wondering what Jordan's thinking about lands now, especially because he's quote unquote. I mean, he hasn't won the water. He's winning on water. Would be a good moment to check res collected. We could see the full breakdown of everything. Yo's collected a bit more, but it's been the wood. Keep in mind, though, he doesn't need as much food to go Castle Age or for the dock tech, so having less food is fine. Yo has more farms. He still has the boar. He has the berries. If anything, it might be better for him. Like, I'm looking at this. 10 on berries. I don't want to judge the 10 on berry build order that I know someone who's watching does, but that is a player who feels like the balance isn't there right now. All right. But yeah, I don't know what's happening. Hopefully there are no technical difficulties or anything like that. Thovico, thank you for the 15 gifted. OG Griffmeister with a $10 dono said, love from Australia. Yo, here from the land down under. What time is it? It's pretty late for you, huh? Griffmeister, I was in your country a couple months ago, and I really enjoyed myself. Jordan says, game is super laggy for me, unfortunately. Yo said, need to save. Jordan said, let's try again. If it continues, then I guess we save. And okay, so... Jordan is so, like, well-spoken and kind. I love how he has to add the unfortunately, too. Like, a lot of players are just going to say lag. Sec lag with their pause. But Jordan, he goes harder than that. You know, unfortunately, that is the case for Jordan, and hopefully they don't need to restore, but it's best they do restore, like, save and restart this. If he's still continuing to lag. Because, like, one lag and then suddenly you lose all your ships to a demo could be pretty painful. Uh-oh. Oh, amazing demo for Jordan. He hit all 3 ships. That's what you want with the demo. Also, he killed that demo with minimal losses. And so, the theme of this game has been Jordan dominating, and Jordan continues to dominate. Very nice play from him. And still feels like Jordan can do no wrong right now. Yo will hope to click up, and this is Yo, so Yo's not gonna... Uh-oh, you never expect the demo to be there. I was just gonna say, you never expect Yo to quit. And Yo needs the fire on the fire. Go! 1 hit. Got it. That was nice. Yeah, like, realistically, this is what a lot of Baltic games become, and then... We're not seeing any land aggression yet. I like how Jordan's confirming certain things. Like, he'll see the market there. He hasn't seen a barracks yet, so he knows that Yo is most likely not going land. Or is he? Or is he? Now, Jordan, he should be checking these types of things. But based on what he's seen here, Yo's not doing anything funky. So Yo snuck those villagers away. And I bet you Jordan is checking corners now with his scout. This is so crucial. So critical. How long was it to get to Australia from the States? My first flight was 7 hours. My second flight was 15 hours. And then we had to take another flight when we were in Australia, which was 3 hours. And the worst part about that trip, guys, was that everything went smoothly. The 7 hours was fine. The 14 hours was fine. But then I got on the final flight. So it was like within Australia to another city in Australia. And there was an issue with the plane. So they had to deboard me. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm so close. They deboarded us. And then thankfully there was another plane like 4 hours later or something. But that was like the worst possible time to have a delay. If there was a delay... There's a hole in the back of Jordan's base too. If there's a delay at any other point in time, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Oh man, guys, look at Jordan. He doesn't see anything from Yo's base. Based on what he sees, he thinks that Yo is not over here. And so he's walling this so Yo can't run through. But Yo is already here. The call is coming from within the house. And Yo is also going to be wise here and take Jordan away from here. I think he should anyways. I don't think you should alert Jordan to the fact that you're here with something. Jordan even got town watch, so he has lots of vision. Yeah, so that scout's going to go here. And so Yo is taking Jordan away from this. This is super smart. Oh, God, are you kidding me? Jordan's so unlucky not being able to see that. And Yo is in Castle Age. He's pretty much losing water, but Jordan has only gained 2 fishing ships from this. And here comes the night. Now, Jordan, how's your focus here? Wow. Noticed it. I wouldn't notice until the night was in my wood line, and then the tilt would start to set in. But Jordan scrambles up this TC. Does have 1 spear. 1 spear will die to the knight, but it helps with some damage and delays a bit. And now a siege workshop for Yo as well. Now Yo's going to go for a tiny little knight monk siege push, but he doesn't really have a ton of food eco here. So he walls up at home. This is going to be boom, and it's going to be monks and siege mainly. I think after 3 knights, Yo will probably stop. It's going to be mainly about the siege, and Jordan has to leave the woodline. But honestly, well played from Jordan not to just crumble to this. And it's the correct play to leave while you have the time. Yo notices it. And yet again, man, just like Yo finds a way. It's so fun. Like, I've said this before. Like, obviously, like, if you could choose to be a pro for the day, maybe you want to go for, like, Viper for the quick walls or something, right? Or, you know, Leary for the crossbow micro, or Hera for the farms. I don't know. But I think if I could be a pro for a day, I just want to be Yo because I want to be in Yo's mind. He's slower than all the other players I mentioned. And he's, like, sneaky when he needs to be. He's tenacious when he needs to be. He's got, like, such a crazy mind for the game. I don't want to be T90 for the farm. I want to be the opposite of myself for the farm. So thank you. So Yo's already getting redemption right now to convert enemy siege. Jordan, he's not going to expect redemption to come in so early. And Jordan doesn't have scouts to be able to kill that monk. He just has pikemen. And pikemen can't really engage against the siege that easily. But if Jordan's able to convert a knight, that knight could be used against everything there. So this is like... This could go back... This could go any direction here. Just based on 1 conversion. Pikemen hop out. The scout goes in for the monk. No sanctity even. Monk will survive. Pikemen dive though. And the pikemen are against the knights. Jordan, don't do that! You're gonna lose... You could lose your pikes to the siege then. What's happening? Oh, I think maybe the pikes needed to be against the siege. It's so tricky though. Knight could be converted. Knight gets pulled back. Monk here converted a pikeman, guys. The monk had converted a pikeman, so it can't convert the siege. I think Jordan's can do it now. Jordan's got the scout coming in. Doink! Gets the monk. The knight's still there. Now, this is all Yo buying himself a little bit of time here, and Jordan's got to be careful with this monk. Oh, man. This is so crazy. Like, every little unit here matters so much, and Jordan's monk goes down. And the pikeman's going to be converted. The knight could still be healed. The siege is still here. There's more villagers on the way. And Yo's trying to buy himself time at home to boom up on 2 TCs. He just doesn't want to completely lose this push. Now, Jordan's adding another scout. Unfortunately for Jordan, the opponent has pikemen now because of the conversions. And life is not fun for Jordan right now. Because you thought... Or if you're Jordan here, you probably thought, okay, I've won water. I just boom, and we take this late game. And this has become a whole lot messier. And this is Yo we're talking about. Like, Yo is not going to give this area up. Lots of random villagers running around. It's so hard to control things properly here for both players. And I'm not sure if villagers is going to be the play here, Jordan, against the siege. But it might be all he has. Oh, big moment. Big moment. Villagers weak. Jordan could maybe kill the Vill, but he probably doesn't notice that. He wants the mangonel. This villager's still repairing the mangonel. The Vills are so important. You can't replenish the villagers. Monk goes down. Mangonel shot from Yo. Villager dies! And just like we all expected, I think Jordan has maybe sort of put this to bed. You know, again, you still got the monasteries, you still got the siege workshop, but a great job from Jordan to defend from this. And this is why reacting so quickly, not taking the damage that he could have taken against the initial knights was so important. Yo's not going to give this up. This game goes imp. And this might be the 3-hour game we talked about, but it's not like Yo's eco has been stellar behind this. Look at Yo sneaking up docks. Dang, interesting. We'll show res collected. Yo's actually collected more, but he hasn't collected the food. Look at the food difference. Holy. Monks, mangonels, also valuable here. Jordan, great micro again. Takes out 2 mangonels, and will take out the monk, and can take out the mango with these pikes, maybe. Maybe not. His pikes just did get killed. Oh, wow. That's kind of funny. The thinking, though, like, when you're forward on someone's base, even if you have worse eco on Baltic, how are they ever going to get to your eco? It takes forever now, because they're still got to deal with this. So the idea is Yo's going to have time to catch up. And Jordan is checking the entire shoreline. He's like, all right, make sure I still have water so I can have my fishing ships. I have control there. And then we defend on land. He's not checking here. He checks there! The thoroughness of this lad. Wow. Smart thinking, but War Galley upgrade coming in, and we don't know if Jordan's actually looking there, right? He probably just patrolled there. He's going to find out the hard way Yo's on water, and Yo's going to have some fires coming in. And Jordan's going to need to get the War Galley upgrade. And Jordan has more workers here, but he could lose a TC. Yo, hoping to convert this barracks here with the redemption upgrade. Again, hasn't had sanctity this whole time. Yo ends up converting a villager instead. That's actually really bad for Jordan, because now Yo has a repair villager again. Light Cav's coming in, though, and the Light Cav gonna surprise Yo. Yo's looking elsewhere, and Light Cav could clear this all up. There's no pikes for Yo. Yo will hope for conversions here, but Light Cav had the bonus damage. A couple of the monks go down. Both players losing monks here. And again, Yo needs to hope to defend this, and Yo does a pretty decent job. Still killing some monks. But he's losing his siege, and he's going to be back on water. I don't think Jordan noticed, by the way. It's a big deal that Jordan lost a villager, though. Because now Yo can build up stuff later on. But I think like Jordan's fully focused on this, which makes sense. He is making another fire galley, so maybe he picked up on something. And then third TC now for Yo. And again, he's untouched at home, right? And if Jordan could counterattack, Jordan could obviously do a lot of damage, but Jordan still is to be very paranoid about all this all the time. Here go the fires. Not the spot you'd want to be in if you're Yo. You want to split up your ships. He's doing so now. War Galley upgrade, 50 seconds off now for Jordan to upgrade his own fires, so he's backed away for now. Why is Yo not getting relics? Because this is insanely hard to multitask. If people ever think, like, why no relics? It's usually because even though they're pros, they're doing too many other things. To have a forward, which could easily fall apart if one thing goes wrong, and also have 3 TCs, and also have water, and also have the right type of eco with the 3 TCs, so the farming eco, whatever else, is so much. And think about it, like, one bad mango shot, your push is dead. One big demo, your push is dead. There's a lot of mechanics that are available to both players from these situations, which swing games massively, compared to maybe a normal, like, non-water game, right? Jordan's still going to hold on to water. I really think what is more important than even relics, actually, is positioning an early imp. So, Yo, he's going to stonewall this, maybe realizing he's going to lose this area. Loses another monk, and yep, Yo could lose the area. Has demos coming out now of these sneaky docks. Stonewall's a good play. I would say as well that stonewalling the other side is important, but you want to get it... Like, the greed wall is to wall here. But Jordan will probably send a unit this way, so he's going to wall here instead. I like that. Ooh, good micro from Jordan there. Jordan is 37 on food, guys. Jordan's farming eco is stellar here. Still, though, does have to spend full price on upgrades compared to the Italians. Italians have cheaper university upgrades. Italians have cheaper dock techs and cheaper to go up to the next stage. So the Italians don't need as much food. There's things to keep in mind here. Argos says, thanks for the tips on the game. Oh, I casted you in Loila Legends. I knew I recognized that name. Hey, thanks for the bits. I was like, why do I recognize that name? Oh, yeah. Casted you on Tuesday. It was a good time. I don't remember... Oh, you were Lithuanians, I think. Right? No. I'm thinking of... That was Handmade Clock versus Baby Eater. Here the names are all official. These guys are pros. Names are very different, low elo. Okay. We'll see if Imp comes in. I think the first thing you do in Imp is just upgrade on water. Especially if both players have walls. Jordan doesn't know that there's walls. But Jordan is going to go for a transport ship. I love that. Now, guys, the temptation here is just send army. I'm going to tell you what you do. You send army with Vils. You don't just send 5 light cap. You bring like 3 pikes and 2 Vils. That way you could build a base on your opponent's land. So many players just send the army. I think if you can send the Vils to make some stuff as well, it could be really helpful. And there's the transport ship for Jordan. No doubt his rally point was just set to the middle of the map because... because that's where he's sending his ships. Now he needs to send the transport back. Yo is not making anything more from these buildings. Jordan's ramming it down. Imperial Age on the way for both, but advantage Jordan. Greater eco count. And Jordan's done a really good job here to defend. But Yo is not dead yet. And Yo is not going away. Ooh, that is true that maybe Jordan wants the relic. Oh, let's go! That's sick! So, I actually have to credit the devs originally. So, this idea with the relic was actually the original... It was the DE devs. So, if you load up on Baltic, as again, we have a pause. Unfortunately, there might be some lag. Thanks, DEs in chat. But yeah, it was like 2 years ago, the devs changed Baltic where there's always a relic on a little island in the middle. Yes. And I'm sure that they've done... Like, whoever did the maps for this tournament took inspiration from that. So, a genuine thanks, DE. That's a really fun touch here. Because that's like... Otherwise, if you have 5 relics on the map, it's going to be closer to 1 player. And that's a good way to make it neutral. Alright, so back to the dings, right? Look at the resources for Jordan. My goodness. So, getting the relic was a really good idea. Jordan's going to have 3 relics now. Yo got 2. And Jordan outposting the sides. We'll see Yo as walled there. Sent army this way. We'll see Yo as walled here. If you win water, you can use the navy to attack the wall, though. So that's not too bad. And Jordan's going to slowly take out all of these little red dots. I actually think that going Galleon is better than Fires here in some ways. Because you can use the Galleons on the shoreline more. You can range resources. We even see shipwright for Jordan. Whoa, that's not a cheap tech. I'm sure we'll see that from Yo as well, though, with the dock techs being cheaper and all that, but... So, chat, help me out. Does shipwright affect 2 or 3 things? I always think it's 3, but I think it's 2. I think it makes your docks cheaper, and then it also means your ships produce faster. I think it's those things. And docks are like 33% cheaper or something like that. Makes ships cheaper, build time of docks, and ships less wood. Okay, so I literally reversed it. Got it. In my brain, like I always like to say, I know applicable knowledge, right? So, like, I just know if you can afford shipwright, it's massive. Build time of ships. Wait, Trirem got it wrong? Ooh, Trirem, you're fired, man. It's like 1,000 food and 500 wood or something. I know it's a lot on food. Anyways, both players getting that. And right now, it is all Jordan here as he looks to even things up in the series. And the unit queue. Oh, the Teresa die! Teresa has died to get here. The Teresa died. Teresa, I was told Teresa Day or Teresa die. Now, this was like when Dravidians came out. Probably mispronouncing that. But it's a chunky ship. It's like a galleon and a turtle ship combined. Very chunky. Very chunky. And it looks very satisfying to see mixed in there. Heavy demos also in from Jordan as well. Just full dock technologies. And Jordan going to stonewall here. Yo going to build a castle here. Jordan may think of pushing the sides with maybe some bombard cannons. But it's all water right now for Jordan. And oh no. Monks can't swim. Sad times for that monk. The first time he went out for the relic, life was good. He wanted to go out in the high seas, and he regrets it now. So, said at the start, this could go on forever. Jordan wants to fully dominate the middle. Holy transport ships for Jordan. Jordan has 7 transport ships, making 9 transport ships. The people are ready. I probably was holding shift when he created them. So Jordan, it would actually be, I guess on paper, makes sense for Jordan to intentionally lose some of them. Oh, but big engagements for Jordan here. And heavy demo is actually his best choice. I mean, shipwright was obviously fantastic, but heavy demo was such a good play here. Because most of the fires from Yo got cleared out. Yo's galleons are getting overwhelmed. Everywhere you look, Yo is just getting destroyed. And Jordan has the 3rd relic, right? He also has maybe 60% of the map secured, so things like wood also going to be better off for him. And normally here, if you're Yo, you think about pushing land a little bit. But Jordan's walled. And Jordan might need to wall here as well, but this would be where making cannon galleons would be fantastic for Jordan. Jordan has 12 fishing ships now. What is this, a community game? Are you going to put villagers in some and kings in others? Okay, 100% Jordan is pausing and checking hotkeys. Here, prediction. So, I think his hotkey for Teresa Die and transport ship is overlapped. That's what it is. And I tell you that because a memory, a very vivid memory came into my mind that when they introduced that ship, yes, it did the same for me. Sorry, hotkey 11. Thank you. That's it. That explains it. So he was pressing what he thought was going to make the Teresa die, but he's been stuck on 2 for a while, right? So that's why it explains why he has the transports. Now, he doesn't want to lose the transports. It's still a transportation vehicle. Never mind. He deletes them. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Shipwright's on the way now. And that would mean the towers and castles do more damage versus ships. And now we got the chunkers on the way. And oh god, the demo hits. Oh geez, Yo's getting massacred. And Yo still trying to hold on here. Also getting shipwright as well. Or not shipwright, sorry. Heated shot. I think I said shipwright before. I was looking at heated shot. That's what I meant to say. Jordan, he needs to get to a big enough mass on water where he can also go cannon galleon. And then cannon galleons can take out the docks, and cannon galleons can take out the castle. But Yo is not going to quit, and Yo is going to continue to fight. I do not think Yo's composition is as good, though. You have to wait till Imp to make this ship, by the way, the Teresa die. And it's 250 HP. It's like, even if Yo gets the fire galley number, it's just going to get boomed by heavy demo. So, you think about how Italians typically play out on water maps. It's the timings with the cheaper uptime. The cheaper dock techs allow you to get the upgrades, but if it gets past that point, I think Dravidians are the superior water civilization. And somewhere, the dev that thought of this ship is loving life right now. Hello to you. Because these chonkers here are living the dream. A couple of them are getting converted, just kind of funny. Yo has not been able to get above 150 pop here for some time. That castle is going to be denied. Cannon galleons are now out for Jordan as well to take out the buildings. And I know Yo pulled off what felt like maybe the impossible in game number 1, but his landing was not enough to get a lead on Jordan. Jordan defended from that so nicely. And now Jordan just needs to finish off this guy. Yo will have a little bit more fight in him, but this castle not being up hurts. He'll lose the stone there because he didn't delete it. This castle could get cannon galleon down. The docks could get cannon galleon down. I haven't seen the Teresa Dive versus the galleon that frequently, but just comparing the stats, it's 250 HP versus 165. 9 attack, base attack versus 8. You also have greater pierce armor on this ship as well, so I think galleon should lose. I think it's weak against fires. And there are fires out there for Yo, but then if Jordan has a couple demos waiting, this could be awesome. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. Yo sees the demos behind, and he just can't get in close. Yo is a fighter. We established this before. And he's going to go for one big go here. He's close to full pop, but the fire ships are going to disappear. And Jordan, I don't even think he should use the demos here, but he's got so many of them. And he's just going to run in versus the galleons anyways. And it still leads to some pretty big engagements for him. The cannon galleons are going for the castle. That castle will be gone soon. And Jordan will take the water here. And Yo is only attempt now could maybe be land. But they've both sunk so many resources into this. I'm just not sure. And Jordan's played really well defensively. Jordan's getting fortified wall. You can see how the fires do a pretty good job against these things. When there's no demos in front, they really do. But yeah, Jordan's adding extra layers of wall. He's getting fortified wall. He's got castles. He's got buildings being built to maybe go for some skirms there. It's Yo. So, you know, he's not going to resign until all of his docks go down. That was funny. Were they taking a tree there? But I mean, Jordan's just got to slowly take this guy out, tie up this series. What a fun game. For a Baltic game, this has been pretty fun. The most bland of Baltic games, it's just full water war until Imp. But this game, we had the landing. We have some unique ships. You see Jordan's queuing up more demos now, realizing that he really needs to have some in front. The demos are trying to find their way through the ship. The ship blob. There we go. Boom. Demos are connecting with the fires. Not many fires now for Yo again. Yo at 140 pop, which isn't much better than where he's been at the last couple minutes. But fun game. And a game that Jordan needed here. I think, especially considering the civs. Both of these are top-tier civs for Baltic. So it's not like these were late picks for their civilization draft. Going down 0-2 and losing here with the Dravidians would have hurt Jordan a lot. And Jordan, from the start, used the bonuses very nicely. Was in feudal age faster with that build he had. But honestly, the MVP play for Jordan, in my opinion, was the defense from the landing combined with the boom. Sometimes you clear up the landing, but then you're not ahead in bills. He was ahead by 15 or so bills. Had tons on food that whole time. It made it look easy. And this is Mr. Yo we're talking about. So 130 population still gives him confidence. But surely he's going to call it. All right, he's going to call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo calls the GG. What? Hey, I was close. I was close. Wow, look at that stat. The most created unit for Yo, 155 fast fires. So we know that Jordan didn't make over 107 of anything else, right? So a big difference in the fire ship count, but it was the demos and the connections in combination with his ship that really made all the difference there. Well played, Jordan. And we have ourselves a series, right? It was so good. In game 1, some people argued maybe Jordan got the lead, couldn't hold the lead, couldn't finish off the game. He certainly knew how to do so here. KD looked great there for Jordan, showing, I think, the strength of the demos. And I think that's a good game from Yo as well, though. I don't think that's a game that Yo could be too disappointed by. I think Yo just got out... Like, the build order was better for Jordan, and so the snowball started much earlier than Yo expected. And then, yeah, maybe got a little bit outplayed with the forward. Probably wasn't expecting Jordan to be able to clear this and also have the eco lead that he did. Again, impressive from Jordan to do that. Don't think there's many other stats that we've missed here. But Baltic out of the way. Yo will get to choose the next map. I'm sure it won't have water on it. It's Nomad, folks. This is Yo's specialty, Nomad. And you just can't make it up. Where's it going to go for Yo? Where's it going to go? Oh, his TC isn't being built yet. This would be the perfect TC, but he doesn't see the gold there. Yo ends up town centering the relic there. But anyways, 9 villagers start here. Warlords 2. Hope people have enjoyed thus far. It's been a really good series thus far, too. And Jordan has gone for the Koreans, and we've got Spanish for Yo. Spanish and Koreans, both solid Nomad civs. And what you look for here is you look for dock positions and TC positions. So the dock here is going up in the north for Yo. And then the dock down here over on the east for Jordan. Now, the reason this is important is because the unit that Yo might want to go for, there's no guarantee actually, but unit you usually see the Spanish player consider going for is the Conquistador, and you need food for that. And you need food for the fast castle. So, in an ideal world for Jordan, I think that he will locate that dock pretty quickly and be able to kill the fish, but because his starting dock is so far away, that won't be easy. When the 90 in T90 official is your current age, yeah. That'll be my retire date, is when I become T91 official, and when I become T91 official, I think that's a good time to retire. Counting down the retirement. Let's see. That's another 61 years. Whew. Okay. All right. Koreans, their unique unit, the War Wagon, costs wood and costs gold. And so if fish go down, and this is a castle, like, unique unit situation for Jordan, it's actually not as bad for him. Now, you do also need to have some, you know, food for other things and upgrades, but I just want to point that out if it is a unique unit war, that it actually could be better for Jordan. But if I were to pick a map that Yo is dominated on, I'd say quite a few, but Nomad would be one of them. He is so good on Nomad. Honestly, why are we even calling it Nomad? It should be Yo-Mad, right? That's not even a joke. I think he's played good enough on Nomad over the years for it to just be renamed. But we'll see if the devs agree with me on that. Now he's going to lose, because I've jinxed him. But, good start from him thus far. Now, I've never done 9 villager start Nomad. But I noticed that because they have so many vills, look at how much vision they got. Because there's more villagers walking around at the start, so it's much easier. This is, like, a little bit more noob-friendly, let's say. Not that they need the help. More vills to work and collect resources, too. So, like, some of the problems that you could encounter on Nomad, I don't think they're going to happen here for players at this level. They're too good. Thank you, Chalbers. Thank you, SCP. Thank you, Dispels. Thank you, Skya Breeze. Thank you guys for the subs and support. Sub count's been nuts. Viewership's been awesome. It's good to be back. Shout out to the people later on YouTube as well. Couldn't make the live stream and are just chilling. Shout out to you, Frank. I'm hoping that at least one of my viewers on YouTube is named Frank, and he, like, kind of jumps out of his chair a little bit. Like, what? See, babe, I told you he liked me. I told you it wasn't a parasocial relationship. He's actually my friend. All right, Jordan's up quickly here. Now, let's look at Jordan's scout. So, look at what Jordan's been doing with his sheep. So, he would lose the sheep at the dock if the Vill's there, and the Vill's always going to be there. He has not located the dock yet. Now, this is great scouting from Jordan, but it's all information that he's not going to love because he now knows the fish are far away. And he would have preferred the dock to be, like, right here. But it's smart from Jordan to try and kill the fish. So he's actually going to send a dock this way, assuming that Yoa's over here somewhere, and obviously he'd be correct on that. Also, Jordan lost a pig. So it's like, You're not close to the opponent's base to tower rush them. You're not close to their fish. This is not a situation you want to be in when up against Yo and up against Spanish. I wonder if Jordan will go galleys here. If you're expecting fast castle, I think opening galleys might actually make sense. But the thing is, Yo, he also knows that the dock from Jordan's not close by. Now, this little pond has made things interesting. He's actually going to miss this. Jordan even bringing a fishing ship this way. Still hasn't seen it. No. He lost the sheep here. Okay. And if you're in Yo's position, you hear the little bloop bloop. Or the little... How would I make the noise you make when you find sheep? Well, if you don't know, me saying anything's not going to help. And if you do know, I shouldn't even try. So, anyways, whatever that noise that is, you're going to hear it. You're going to see the sheep or the pig. And you're going to know that you've been spotted. And Yo's going to wall up. And Yo is a villager going this way. Ooh. So, risky stuff, right? But a little bit of creativity is what you need on Nomad. And Yo always has that. He's walled this way. Also a super easy wall off to protect the back of his base. The back stone, the back gold, like... Oh! Wow, man. No one else in the top 8 would ever do this. Yo is going to let these fishing ships die. They brought in enough resources for him. Jordan will then think, oh my god, I've killed this fish. I'm so good. Hoo hoo ha ha. And then... That was an excited noise. Hoo hoo ha ha. I don't know what that was. And then Yo is just going to fish boom here. So even if you've got like 3 fishing ships to bring in an extra 1,000 food, that's going to make the difference between making lots of conchs and eco or not. And Jordan is scared. Jordan just accepts his fate that he will be pressured on land and is going to stonewall. A good play from Jordan to stonewall. I think Yo scouting this will be important because if Yo scouts the stonewall, he will then castle the wall and shoot it down. Oh, man. Oh, hello, Jordan. Okay. If that was like Viper, a gate goes up on the other side. Fishing ships are going to go down. Yo might expect some archers or something too from Jordan. But you should know now that you're seeing the fire galleys that it's unrealistic that Jordan will be able to go this amount of navy and also go for the fires. And so 6 fishing ships are exposed. Yo's got all this food. He's got pigs underneath this TC. He's got some fishing ships here. And Jordan still has this villager, which is kind of nice. And Jordan's being annoying with her. But Jordan's not stopping that castle. All right, now again, does Yo see the walls? This gives Jordan a chance here. Now, in theory, what Jordan should do is Jordan should add... Jordan should add fishing ships. Jordan is bringing fires this way to try and find these fishing ships. Yo's actually going to try and sneak them over here. He's being extra greedy. Now, one of the forgotten bonuses for the Koreans that no one really remembers is the villager line of sight. So this villager will see this dock, which means Jordan could try and do something about it. But still, the fishing ships are going to bring in so much food before it gets spotted. Yeah, so the wall doesn't actually have that much vision compared to the villager. And I don't think Jordan's going to like to see that. But it is good that he has that information, of course. And Yo has made an outpost, and now he'll castle the wall. So good for Yo. Jordan, this is cute. Jordan's going to drop a tower here, protected by a fire galley. I feel like I played against an AI that did this once, you know? It's kind of what that looks like. Actually, AIs don't tower. But, you know, it doesn't look like a pro player move. It makes sense, though, to try and deny the stone. I think Yo will just leave the stone. There's another dock there from Jordan. There's the castle from Yo. And Jordan's 2 minutes away from Castle Age. And now he has to add an even bigger wall because this is not enough to protect from the incoming conquistadors. And look at that food income for Yo. Yo also has fire galleys, so he's not going to completely forget about water. And here, he's trying to attack the villager. And Jordan quick walling. Jordan will have 3 fires here. Could be awkward for Yo. He might need to leave this. He wants the villager. She dies. Now the tower's denied at 90%. Waste of resources there. Yo will add a fire to defend the fish. Jordan will add a fire to kill the fish. Great job from Jordan. The walls were needed. The fires were needed. He's doing what he can to kill the Spanish. None of these plays are questionable for Jordan. It is just simply, it was always going to feel impossible against Spanish with these map generations. You want the docks to be closer or the TCs to be closer in this matchup. Yo's also going to find some of Jordan's fish too. And Yo has a petard coming out, guys. So what's going to happen here is he's going to shoot down this wall. This is interesting. Repair war happening. But he's going to shoot down the wall with the castle and then use the petard to take down the next wall. Now, this is an 1800 HP stone wall now. It was 900 HP in feudal, so it's good for Jordan that he reached castle when he did, because 1 petard would have been enough otherwise. Now Yo needs to wait for a 2nd petard. Yo can run around this way, though, and Yo's just simply going to bring the Conquistador over. Again, Yo's fishing ships have done enough. Jordan just has 3. Yo has had 4. And wow, these Conquistadors missed their volleys. This is kind of awkward for Yo. But Conquistador is a tough unit to stop. Jordan doesn't have a castle because he invested into stone walls. He invested into the tower. And it's just like as easy breezy, lemon squeezy as you want for if you're Spanish and if you're Yo. But I think Jordan, he would have never prioritized Koreans high up on his draft. I think it would have been a foolish mistake to think that he could get a win today on Nomad against Yo. So this is not something that's necessarily going to be a massive disappointment, him losing the Spanish on Nomad. You know if you're going to beat Yo in a best of 7 that you're going to lose some games. He's always going to be at a disadvantage here, especially based on the start and with how good Yo is on Nomad. Here we go. Conks are going to be through. Now, Koreans get the tower upgrades for free. So, tower's already prepped here for Jordan. There's also a monk out. Yo will see this. And Yo was thinking about another castle. He did just kill a villager here. And... ooh! Did you guys know Koreans got access to Conquistadors? That's not bad for Jordan. He could maybe use it to counterattack at some stage. Jordan killed all the fishing ships here. We'll take the pond. Jordan doesn't have many fishing ships either, though. And Conquistadors obviously can still run around. Thing about Korean monks, they don't get many upgrades. So long term, I don't think monks are going to be the best unit. Can someone tell me if Koreans get Sanctity? I am 90% sure they do not. Actually, no, I take it back. I'm 50-50. I think they might get Sanctity. I think they lack, like, Redemption and Atonement. They do. Okay, see, that's why I changed it. Nice. Saved myself there. Still 9 range on the monks, so potential for conversions is there. Yo dropping TC number 2. Yo grabbing Relic number 2. Yo's eco is amazing here. And Yo should have all the advantages heading into the later stages of the game. Eco counts ridiculous for Yo. And as long as Yo doesn't make any massive mistakes, I think he should be able to take the win here. He's got more conks looping around. Your monk micro needs to be perfect. You need to get every single conversion with your monks, or you're completely toast here for Jordan. I think you still can get the conversions and still be toast. Why? When did people determine that saying someone is toast is like someone is in trouble or someone is dead? When did that happen? Because I quite like toast. And I say it because that's the phrase. But it just dawned on me that it's kind of unfair to toast. 1960s? Okay, this guy, I trust Mate O'Fresh. There's going to be another castle there from Yo. Not much Jordan can really do about it. Jordan could try and build his own castle, but Spanish do build faster. Monks for Jordan. They're waiting underneath towers and TCs, which is the safest play. Because if you're going to lose them, you go whoop into the TC. That was really well played from Jordan. Still can't stop the castle going up, though. And he's going to drop a castle here. I think Yo probably needs to hit a point where he stops making conquistadors. I think 11 is already going to give him a lot of value here. And he hears the monks. He'll shoot that monk. Shoot the next monk. Oh, gosh. So 2 conquistadors are going to go down. 1 switches sides, obviously, and then 2 monks go down. So, again, really feels like the castle alone is actually going to do enough. But then again, I mean, what's Jordan going to make against conks besides monks? Maybe a couple war wagons? Again, the only real downside to continuing to make conks is just it costs food and gold. So you could also save that food and gold to go imp. And if you're an Imperial Age with 2 forward castles next to your opponent's base, you can make trebs. Guys, another game where I don't think if Jordan loses, he's done a lot wrong here, honestly. Oh, the Conquistador. Oh, Jordan. The imposter Conquistador has made it through. Nice. Yo going to get relic number 5. So difficult for Jordan right now. Score says the game is really close. Jordan's eco is pretty close. He can always get conversions, like we said. You look away for a second, though. Conquistadors find kills. Ooh, this Conquistador here is sitting on the stone. If Yo doesn't notice that, that could really delay him. Oh, wow. It was recorded by 1987. Perhaps from the notion of computer circuits being fried. All right, thank you guys for looking that up. Conquistadors need to run away. Here it looks like the Conquistador killed that Conquistador. That's so good from Yo to notice. And Jordan does a great job here to hold on. And Jordan doesn't even have fletching on the wagons. So the wagons are 4 range right now. Conks have 6 range. The range doesn't get any greater for Conquistadors. You need to at least have fletching, though, I think. The good news is Koreans get the armor upgrades for free, so their tankiness is great, but I don't think Yo's scared about this. And Yo goes in. He's going to kill 1 monk, 2 monk, 3 monk. But I don't hate this for Jordan. And also consider war wagons only cost wood and gold. That's not too terrible. Great job from Jordan to hold on here. And Yo's not going to have that Conquistador ball anymore. If Yo continues to move forward, he could lose another Conquistador. Jordan could get a conversion again. But it is just still always the worry of if Yo has the greater eco, and he does, can Jordan stop the next step? It was the correct play from Yo to stop producing. He understood that switching out of conks would make sense here, but Jordan clears it up. So now I think, like, Jordan needs to think any potential for counterattack and go for it. Here, for example, delete part of your wall, attack this wall. Here, you could run through. Like, you need to avoid the castles, obviously, and you need to counter. But resources collected, just a massive difference here for Yo. And it's all in the back of such an amazing unit. You're cramped when you're up against conks. You can't focus on your eco as much. Yo is under no pressure that whole time, and Yo's starting to mass monks now. Maybe a couple missionaries would make sense, too. Look at Yo. He sees it. He knows that he probably thought, where am I vulnerable? Saw it coming from a mile away because of the outpost and added a couple walls there. Here come the war wagons. Bodcanero for Jordan. I'd love to see a forward castle here from Jordan. Oh, let's go. I don't hate guard tower either, because guard tower really helps against the monks. Ooh, Jordan, kill the monks, kill the monks, kill the monks, kill the monks, kill the monks. Bodkin's a little late. Does get 1 monk kill. Over here, the Conquistadors actually got killed by the Conquistadors from Yo. Monk goes down. Tower's going up. Yo's just going to drop a castle. And I think with any other civ, I'm like, oh my god, Jordan is dropping a castle. It could be tonight. No, not with Spanish. Building 33% faster with that many vills. If anything, this is a problem for Jordan, because I don't know if he's going to be able to escape here. But it's still a nice little spot to find, right? The guard tower could still range a lot. It's still super annoying for Yo, and it delays Yo considerably. Yo going to run over here now, maybe for this gold or something, because he's struggling for gold income. And think about that. Yo does see this gold, but he just has this gold back here. Yo will have trebs. If he needs more gold, he might sell resources. So we could see him selling food here to make trebs. And I think just like 2 trebs here, starting to take out the castle and the TC from Jordan will put Jordan in a bad spot. Jordan even outposting the sides now. So he can see if Yo escapes. Yo's TC will go up though. And just like the sneak dock, this is a very Yo thing. This is a Nomad thing. And a lot of players don't do that. They get 2 tunnel vision on Nomad. It's just a different type of map. You gotta look at the game a little bit differently. And now, what do you do to stop the trebuchets? Again, Jordan's played well. Like, he knows Yo's gonna be an imp. He's picked this TC to go up to imp in. This one would have been a mistake, because he'll lose that most likely. This position's still super obnoxious to deal with if you're Yo. We'll see what Yo is able to do. Jordan has more on food now. Could afford more upgrades, maybe. Could afford different types of units. Wagons here, though. This is kind of funny. I guess the fire had taken out a house, so the wagons are going to loop around. It does seem like this push will be put to bed here soon, though. And Jordan just calls the GG. I mean, Jordan's going to lose his castle. He's going to lose his TC. He's going to lose his wagons. Yo's an imp. He's going to lose this wagon. Yo's just all over him. And again, it's a good game. I think all these games, the player who has lost has played really, really well. This series has delivered thus far. It's been a fun one to break down. But unfortunately, you know, there's many RNG aspects with Nomad. And Jordan would have wanted his dock, his original dock, to end up much closer to Yo's. That didn't happen. He would have wanted his base to be much closer to Yo's, so he could maybe tower rush or something. That didn't happen. And on top of all that, Yo was just a genius, and he saw this. This doesn't happen on all Nomad maps. And he said, ooh, I can do something with that. And then the other thing, too, is like Yo killed Jordan's fish. So it wasn't like just give up, lose fish. It was lose some of my fish, add more fish, kill his fish, and have the castle, and play strong throughout behind it. So Yo makes this game look so easy, especially Nomad. He's always been a good Nomad player, which is why we call it Yo-Mad now. All right. 5K more resources collected there. More of every single resource. There was never any doubt in my mind once Yo got that castle up that he was going to win that game. Having said that, there's not a lot more I can suggest to Jordan to do differently. I think he did everything that he possibly could have. Yo just played too good to stop. All right, guys, we're catching up. These guys have been right into the next game. No waiting time. No ad breaks. Nothing. Just right into it. And we're caught up to lifetime already. We've got Jordan playing as the Slavs in the blue. The map is enclosed, so this would have been Jordan's choice. And then we've got Yo playing as the Franks. Someone says Batman map. I've never heard someone say that before. The bat signals are out. Let's go. Yeah, I want to watch those movies now. The Dark Knight trilogy is just so sick, man. One of my favorite. All of those movies are some of my favorites. So Franks, the expectation is to probably see some scouts. Slavs, I feel like you could have a similar expectation. Franks get the farm upgrades for free. They get the berry bonus. That's all great. But Slavs have faster working farms. I actually think Slavs match up very nicely against the Franks too. With the eco, with the pikes, with the siege. Could be maybe a bit awkward against Franks if Franks go for gunpowder later on, but your Franks, you want to be going stable units, right? So the fact that that's even come to my mind already tells you Slavs are pretty good. You know, there's a lot to look at on this map. I'm just going to simplify it. The stone terrain you cannot wall on. And then the gold is always beyond, and berries are always beyond that stone terrain. So while you could wall up and keep your food and your wood eco-safe in this little bubble, you would then be missing out on stone and gold. What can Franks do versus Boyars? That's true. Boyars should be pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, Boyars should be amazing in this matchup. But still, like, I think Halbs and a couple monks could do pretty good. The Boyars, obviously, you have to produce out of castles here. But, both players clicking up the feudal age here. I expected fast up times. Yo going up a little bit faster here. So if they were to engage, Yo would win the scout war. Jordan, he doesn't know any of that, but might feel like 19 pop isn't the fastest he could have done. He's going to run away. Little walling here from Jordan. The pros are so funny, man. Like, I've tried and do this, and 95% of the time it's fine, where you partially build this. But you partially build it, and you're running the risk that obviously the Palisades could go down. Yeah, people are saying F right now for a drop. Just say F5 now for people to refresh. What's up with this? I come back to Twitch, and the first couple weeks I've been back on Twitch. Twitch has been having issues, eh? It's not me. Ooh, Yo brought his scout back home, so he's going to get a couple extra hits here. This is really nice. Really nice hits. But good from Jordan. You know you're going to get hit, so at least get a hit as you run. This is good. And then you could still probably flee. Okay. He's still probably going to be fine. So Yo benefits from somewhat passive play with his original scout. He just wanted to get those hits there. He didn't even go to find Jordan. But, I mean, it's pretty expected what's going to happen here. So, too many people on Twitch now that you're back. I mean, I can head back to Facebook. The people I worked with over there were really nice. I just head back, just help everybody else out. Just got back home from surgery and I'm ready for Warlords. Oh, sorry to hear you had some surgery, but hopefully recovery goes well. And Jordan shows himself. He's exposed on the berries, but that's the extent of it, guys. And, having said all that, I think, even if you don't kill villagers, controlling the gold and denying that gold for a long period of time is nice. What is this gen, by the way? Is it just me, or does this feel like this is imbalanced? It's not that bad, but, Jordan has his berries and his gold right beyond the rock terrain. And I guess Yo's is just kind of out of the way. Did Jordan even scout that? Jordan had thorough scouting, doesn't even know where his opponent's gold is, so that might end up helping Yo. I don't know. Probably won't see gold happen until they're thinking about Castle Age. It doesn't feel like a natural matchup to see an archer switch, but it is a natural matchup to see lots of scouts, and then you see lots of spears, and the best way to deal with spearmen would be archers. Let's see. Jordan just staying at home for now. Going to gold for the slabs would make sense for maybe the bloodlines upgrade. And, with some sloppy scout control here, his scouts have taken more hits than Jordan's. So Jordan's weak scout is actually just scouting the map right now. We'll see if Yo ends up finding that. I doubt Yo is looking at this right now, and he's not. And maybe with 4 scouts, Yo will consider engaging, but the HP is still pretty close. And nice hits there from Yo. So again, spearmen should make sense. Having 3 or 4 spearmen at home for both players would click for me. Okay, so now you see the gold. This is kind of what you want to delay. And Yo hasn't gone out to gold yet. And I think Jordan will be happy. Just get 2 vills to gold and wall it up and you're fine. And then your food eco is mostly going to be farms around the TC. You don't even need the berries, really. This should be good. The scouts engage from Yo. That's a good engagement initially. And yeah, this is a better engagement for Yo. He will lose some scouts, though. Nothing crazy. And Yo's still completely fine at home as he also goes out to gold. So now my thinking is, will Jordan want to invest 150 food and 100 gold into bloodlines? So we'll see how it goes. Guys, Green Beer Brewing. I feel like I asked this 2 years ago when you were subbing. I don't know if it's an actual brewery. I don't. But thank you very much for 37 months. And ironically, you now have passed into your 3 years of subscribing, which gives you a green badge. So congratulations on being very well themed. And thank you for, that's a lot of subs. Thanks for the support, my friend. Welcome back. Jordan almost lost a villager there. But that was a nice save from him. Yo with nice control here, though. And Yo has more food in the bank. Also has been able to make it over to his golds. But Jordan's been spending a little bit more on spears and scouts. Yo only made 1 spearman this game. Dang. Zagarath says, that's not what irony means, 11. Thank you, Zagarath. You know what's ironic, Zagarath? Never mind. I was hoping I could come up with a joke. Couldn't think of one. Jordan didn't wall up. Wow. I mean, this felt to me like, because it's like such a simple thing to expect, scouts coming from Franks. Felt to me like once Jordan got out to the gold, he'd have it walled up and it would be fine. But Yo has really made him work here. Great job from Yo. 5-1 KD. And he's still being super annoying here against Jordan. I think Jordan will be a little frustrated with how much control Yo has been able to gain from this. Yo, 2 spears at home. That's it. Hasn't walled up his gold either, and he's up. And if these scouts are still alive, these scouts could be upgraded to light cav, and Jordan still hasn't clicked. Wow. I mean, Jordan has 7 scouts. Yo has 8. But it's a 5-1 KD, right? So Jordan has added a lot more army. He's added a lot more spears and more scouts. So Yo just got better value. Army count similar because of that value. And then he didn't spend as many resources to click up. So I'm sure Res Collected is pretty close, right? Yeah, Res Collected is actually ahead for the player with the faster farms. Is it possible to change relics with Res Collected in the overlay? Yeah, we're going to change Res Collected to here, guys. It'll just take a bit. It probably won't happen for this tourney, but maybe next week or the week after. I'm also thinking about expanding this to be a little bit higher with more data. But that's something I have to work with Capture Age. So I like the simplicity of my overlay. I don't like to throw too much stuff on screen, which is why I have this. I like the theme of it, but Res Collected is something I'd love for you guys to see the whole time. I still would toggle, though, to see the other screen. I do like to see specifically what has been collected. That's a nice trade for Jordan. Now that this additional scouts from Yo, this isn't going to be quite as worrying, but Yo's been adding more behind this. And Yo is going to group those scouts up, maybe with a Spearman too, and still probably get the light cav upgrade. Interesting that Yo's making a market, because I think his eco balance is actually pretty perfect with that one, but players like to have the market to balance their eco. Used to be a time where pros wouldn't use the market, and now everybody uses the market. And nice pick off there from Jordan. Jordan will be up in 50 seconds. Gold should be walled in here. Unless you have the army to defend, of course. But I think even still, just walling up your gold, not even giving Yo the opportunity is the most important thing. Jordan could get some nice value here. Tries to kill the scout. Doesn't get it. Super nice play from Yo. Yo is these weak light cav, and he wants to heal them. And Jordan trades the kill. I like that a lot. This basically becomes like an open arena now, where you see booming and monk war. Light cav, TCs, and monks as we head towards the later stages of the game. Here come the light cav. Yo is going to be licking his lips at the sight of killing villagers. But Jordan does a good job. Oh, I love this TC as well. You've got extra wood. You've got the deer. You've got the stone. Yo knows that's a TC. That is so funny. Yo just went back over it just for a second, just to delay it. And annoy Jordan. And that's the type of control that Yo's had, right? Like, there's small things like that. Jordan's been reacting, and Yo's been proactive, but maybe a more relatable moment there from Yo for many of you guys. Just runs into the spears there for a sec. I think most people watching, not trying to be disrespectful, would probably lose all the scouts there and then say this is why we don't play offensive. Yo didn't lose that, though, but he's losing lots of HP on his light cav here. He'd bring forward the knights, though. I think they're going to be competing over this relic, but I would say get the close ones to your base, Yo. Don't be too ambitious trying to get this one just yet. Again, Jordan's extra spears helping out. And Jordan's going to be fine here. Jordan's going to be completely fine. Yo has a light cav camping this relic. How many relics are on this map? Is it 5 or is it 6? So there's 4 more on the map. I seem to recall it used to have 6, but maybe someone has a monk holding a relic right now. I played a game the other day on ladder version of Enclosed, and I got 5 relics, which was the max. So I don't know if... Maybe I'm just misremembering it. Is it just 5? Okay, I wasn't sure if the 20 version I thought the Red Bull, maybe it was more. So 3 TCs for both. Nice work here from Jordan. Pokes down the Light Cav. That was protecting the Relic. Simultaneously lost the Light Cav here. And my lovely, knowledgeable viewers, what do you think? Franks or Slavs in the late game? What do you choose? I think I might want Slavs. Like, Franks' cheap castles is super nice. Having gunpowder could be really helpful if Slavs go for lots of pikes, which will probably happen. So, yeah, like, having guns should win a war against a couple pointy boys, if this is realistic. But I think, like, Siege Ram, Siege Onager, Druzina, Boyar, all that stuff's really strong as well. I think it's pretty close. My style is like tons of farms and like 5, 6, 7 TCs and raids with Halbs and Cav. Like, I'm a melee guy, not a ranged guy, so I think that's maybe why my brain says Slavs, but I think Franks are possibly a bit easier to play in most cases, but maybe not in this matchup. Because you have to go for gunpowder later on. Nice pick off there from Jordan. Super well played. His extra spearman eventually found value. We'll show res collected here as the eco's close, and it's a lot more food right now for the faster farms of the Slavs. I think if the game's going late, you need to get heavy plow, though. Like, heavy plow needs to come in soon, because you're farming through these farms so much faster. Holy spearman. Yo gonna take the fight. That's actually an amazing fight. As long as he doesn't lose knights to conversions, that was really good. Look at all the spears he killed. Oh! Oh! Oh, that would have been even better. He killed one monk with the Light Cav, though. Just swooped right in there. How Boyar is a problem for Franks. Franks get hand cannons, but Boyar mobility gives you serious issues. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, nice shot from Jordan again to kill a monk. So there's only this relic remaining. Like, hand cannons have to hit and run. Like, it's a slow crawl, so you can't really have all your hand cannons in the same spot. This map's very open. I think I would prefer to have the Slavs here. And then the Slavs also get Hussar, right? So when it comes to standard rating, I think I would prefer them. I swear Yo had more stone than this. Maybe he added this TC, and that was where some of it went. All right. 72 eco against 66. It is 4 TCs for both. Rare these days that you would see a 5th, but I think on this map you could justify it on a gold spot. Don't think Yo's going to find much more value. And here, another monk went down to more Light Cav from Jordan. Holy. Yo healing up the weak knights right now. Good time to remind you guys that a knight beats a pikeman in a 1v1 engagement. The thing about pikemen is it costs food and wood. It's cost effective. It does bonus damage. It's still slow. And you still lose the fight against a knight. Now, when it becomes Halb, that's different. You can't look at it the same way. But in Castle Age, you definitely see these knights find value. Here comes Yo. He added the Light Cav to kill monks here. And that is so well played from him. Still feels like there's enough pikemen there from Jordan, though. And Jordan will be a little frustrated that he lost those 2 monks. But ultimately, he was focusing on making sure he didn't lose the villagers on the castle. Yo, meanwhile, on the way to maybe get this relic. And Yo's going to click up here. Wow. His balance, guys. His balance has been awesome. But Jordan has more workers, and Jordan is more efficient economy. So I think if Yo can't find good value from the faster imp, advantage Jordan here. And I think the good value that Yo would maybe want would be chemistry. Yo's forgetting a building. I think he thinks he clicked up. No, there he goes. Like maybe fast chemistry. And then with fast chemistry, you can get the hand cannons out. I think Jordan might have the greater odds to get this relic as things stand. But the Boyar... The Boyar does not get converted. The monk's going to convert a pike instead. He was just going to take the fight. He'll clear out a lot of pikes. That's an amazing fight for Yo. Back to what I said before. Knights with upgrades still going to kill the pikes. And Yo will get the relic. I thought Jordan would focus down the monk and then lose the pikes. He probably thought the fight would go a little bit better there. And it's been all Yo, as we see Jordan going for detonates now. That makes the castles a bit cheaper. So specifically what it does is it replaces some of the stone cost of the castle with wood. So you could build a lot of castles. Franks have cheaper castles, but they're still spending stone. So it'll be like 488 stone for Franks to build castles in Imp. Yo's University. Did you see that? Hold on. I feel like that deserves a rewind. New pathing, by the way. What is that? The knight's trying to go forward. What? What is that? That's new. I did say it was... did they say it was new pathing, or did they say it was improved pathing? The monks have been buffed even more. What in the world? Anyway, I gotta catch up to live time now. But, yeah, I think we'll see ranges come up here. Barracks for Yo. Interesting. All right, so Yo's gonna go Halb hand cannon. That's his play. And chemistry takes a long time to complete. The fact that he's an imp this much faster is really nice for him. I think Jordan should just go full elite Boyar. Look at all the gold he has. Gold here, gold here, gold here. He can build a castle here too. I think you just... What about Boyar Scorpion? That's a lot of gold. But it would suit the Slavs. Now, there's not that many stone spots available back here for Jordan. So there's this stone here, and then this stone, and Yo's controlling this stone. Yo will have to leave. The Boyar is better than a knight in a 1v1. They've got more armor and more base attack. I think Boyars are also cheaper than a knight as well. Can someone remind me the cost of a Boyar? Oh, geez. Oh, man. Oh, geez. Oh, Jordan with the trap! Jordan with the trap! Jordan traps them! What a find! Oh, okay. So a knight can't walk past a monk, but a knight can walk past a bunch of pikes and Boyars. Good to know. So... That's fun. Jordan, unfortunately, not rewarded, but he didn't block all the tiles. In all fairness, Yo wanted a forward castle. Didn't know Jordan had a castle there. That's not great for him. And Yo will go for a castle here now, but res collected. Jordan has pulled ahead with the food and wood. And you cannot wall this stone terrain, right? So there's not a lot to stop units from going through here. Does Jordan see this? He does not. So I assume he didn't notice the vills, because I feel like what felt natural was make a treb here, research conscription in the back castle, and then you could maybe see what's happening here. Yo going to spread out, take some stone there. Maybe take some resources over here as well. We'll see if Jordan finds those villagers. Jordan is not focused on the left side at all, and the first treb is already here for Jordan. Now, a couple monks to get conversions. Halbs with the bonus damage. Halbs have full armor already. It could be really good. Chemistry was late for Yo. We thought it was going to come in immediately, so he might regret that, but he doesn't really need hand cannons here right now. It's mainly Halbs. Where he needs hand cannons is against this. 60 food, 70 gold for a Boyar. Okay, so it's 5 gold cheaper than a knight. But you can make lots of castles with that unique tech, and there go the Boyars now. Jordan, though. This is where it gets awkward, guys. You actually, in some situations, don't want to spend wood to repair a castle. Like, right now, he needs wood for Halbs. Notice how he can't queue Halbs. It's a weird thing. Like, if you had to choose, you'd still probably say, let's not spend as much stone to repair. But it's one of those things that you don't really know is a problem until it happens. Spending 2 resources to repair there. Boyar is not elite yet. Still take a pretty decent fight. But feels like Yo could maybe get the Halb numbers out to eventually defend from that. Yo also has built a castle over here to control the stone and gold. So Jordan just raiding with Boyars, not really controlling the extra gold areas. And here's a big fight. Yo will lose a lot of his knights, but he just takes it. Can we get some T90 boys in the chat here? Pointy boys are out in full force. But Jordan's got the Boyars, and he's got his own Halbs. And they're clanking away, and Jordan's going to clear this up. The raids from Jordan distracting Yo. Yo can't send more Halbs forward. And Trebs are extremely slow compared to these Boyars, so the Trebs are going to go down. And I think Yo hit a spot where he has the food and gold, but he doesn't know what to spend it on against the Slavs. Like we had said, maybe gunpowder, but you need to get like more buildings up, and I think Yo is a little clueless on what to make right now. Boyars will dominate this game now. And Boyars still take amazing trades against Paladin as well. 11 melee armor on the Boyar. So against the Paladin with no attack upgrades, they take 3 damage from each hit. Obviously, there will be attack upgrades, but still. We can compare the amount of damage done. And Jordan still streaming in Boyars to the back of Yo's economy. I think Jordan should win this game, but one thing that could prevent him from winning the game is not seeing this area here. Like, Jordan can build up, and Jordan should be able to take this castle. The raids are good, all that stuff's good. But he is tossing Elite Boyar away against Halb still. And he doesn't really have the gold income to last forever. He's slowly going to run out. I assume Drazina was researched then, as well by Jordan, because people were talking about it. Didn't notice it myself. I don't know, this castle is a little weird. I think you've got to outpost if you're Jordan. Okay, he's going to find out the hard way. You have to outpost these areas. Look at Yo, a couple stables here to spam Paladins. But Yo losing villagers over here. Jordan's got a 30 villager lead. Jordan's completely fine. Jordan's finding villager kills in a lot of different areas right now. Paladin's like your best unit as the Franks. And then it doesn't feel good here. I think that says everything about the matchup, right? Jordan has lacked the siege, but we should see that coming out shortly. He's actually just going to take out this castle with his Boyars and his Halbs. But I don't know if Paladins are really going to be able to find the areas they want. Drazina adds some like trample or like splash damage to the infantry for the Slavs. So in infantry v infantry battle, the Halbs for the Slavs are much better. And Drazina is an expensive upgrade for a reason. It's actually a really good upgrade. You just don't see it every day. And Yo's got to hope that these stables, which Jordan cannot see, get into the eco and do something. But he's not going to keep this castle up. And this castle's a problem because Jordan controls more stones. And Jordan doesn't need as much stone to even make castles, remember, right? Slavs look like an epic pick now. And that faster imp that we had seen earlier in the game didn't do much for Yo. And Jordan's going to take this engagement. Jordan will wreck this engagement. His Halbs are superior, and then there's Boyars tanking. Here come the Paladins. Oh boy, that's going to surprise Jordan there. A little bit of a shocked face for Jordan, I imagine. And Jordan's got a quick wall, but you can't quick wall everything, right? Because the units could still run through. So Paladins are going to get back there. This could lead to Jordan having less in offense on either side here. Yo will clear this up. All of Jordan's new Halbs and Boyars are going to go here to clear this up. Jordan has Hussar now too to raid with that. Still Frank Paladins. And what did Yo do? He sniped the Trev from Jordan to keep this castle up and give himself a shot. But Jordan even got Bodcanero, so his castles have more attack. He'll take losses here, but he had a big boom. He was up to 140 vills. He can take losses here. Lose 10 villagers, lose 20 villagers, it's fine. Yo just brought Paladins from the right corner to take out this Trev. Just passing. Passed all the way through Jordan's base. Boyars. Now here we can see that 1v1 battle. I guess that's not 1v1 anymore, but the Boyars are wrecking here. And like I said, they're a bit cheaper. And normally you'd say, well, one's a unique unit, which is true. But the castles are pretty easy to come by right now, if you're Jordan. Yet again, though, Yo refuses to die. He denies this castle. Over here, he's building up Trebs to push back Jordan's castle. Now, this will give Jordan time, but so impressive from Yo to still stay in the game. Should be advantage Jordan. The one thing I was worried about before was gold. He still has gold here. He's about to run out of gold here. This castle going up, though, will give him more. There's no more gold on that left-hand side. The rest of the gold is actually over here on the right-hand side. Yo, again, is going to snipe a trap. Look at Jordan. Jordan trying to gate in the paladins. Or the stables, not the paladins. Again, Yo stays alive, keeps his castle up. And Jordan will have yet another trap. I think Jordan will take that out, though. This is Yo doing everything he can. And I just think he's in a worse position. I just don't know what Yo can do to break this. And, like, I think the only thing you do with your gold right now if you're Jordan is make trebs or start to get the champion switch in ahead of time while you still have gold. I wouldn't mind seeing some of the food invested into maybe Siege Ram. So you have to get Capped Ram first. But Jordan's playing amazing. He's keeping a close eye on the extra resources. Denied that. Obviously, we'll gain access to this. The gates? Yeah, he actually is going to complete this. Super impressive there from Jordan. And Yo will have to bring the Halbs over. Jordan could just run right past him, though. Say, see ya. See ya. And maybe Jordan will just drop a castle there to protect the gold, too. Halbs have to go home. Otherwise, Boyars shred, right? And Yo is bringing the trebs forward because Yo wanted to combine the trebs with the Halbs. But he's stressed out. And there's things hitting him from all angles right now. And he does house block here. But he's going to lose that treb. And then he's still got units running in through here. I do like how Yo got ballistics here. I think ballistics is something Jordan's missing. Because you could see the castle here, 23 kills. Having ballistics really helped with some of those hits. And yet again, like, I love how Yo still continues to try with trebs and Halbs. But man, there's just stuff happening everywhere in his eco right now. This is so tough for Yo. I wonder if maybe Onager would have made sense for Jordan. I'm going to drop another castle. This guy will not die. Not producing out of these stables anymore, of course. Jordan's killed 70 eco. He sniped the trebs here with the Boyars. Most important thing that just happened. And could deny the castle. It's a lot of villagers. Yo's going to have to sacrifice a lot of his eco to complete that castle. And it could still get trebbed down by Jordan's castle and the trebs. Oh, boy. Oh, Boyar. Castle's going to be denied temporarily. Yo drops down to 90 villagers, though. And Yo, surprise, surprise, coming in with more paladins to try and snipe a treb. Quick gate! Quick wall! Quick wall! Repair! Ah! Okay, well, Yo still being Yo. This is funny, though. This just looks so comical to me. Paladins trapped. I think Siege Ram would be epic here. Your siege is a bit cheaper with Slavs. You have all the extra food. But trebs are still fine. Jordan's at 200 pop, guys. And this series has been insane. Like, I think... I don't know where they are in the bracket, actually. Can someone tell me? Like, the winner here faces the winner of which series? That'd be interesting to know. Obviously, we've yet to see the other quarters, but this has been unbelievable performance from both of them. They're both playing amazing. I said, like, I think Yo is the favorite coming into it, but with how good Jordan looked in this previous set, I would be really close. I think my prediction was like 4-3 for Yo. I think I cheated. I said 2 predictions, but both of mine were Yo. I said 4-2 or 4-3 for Yo today. With the big but, Jordan's playing incredible. Because I can't, like, usually I can look at something and say this could have been done a bit differently after a player loses. I think in Jordan's losses, he's done everything he really could have possibly done. Game 1, maybe, could have added a bit more food eco ahead of time, but... the Slabs was a fantastic choice here. And maybe people need to start scheming. Like, what do you do if Slavs become strong? What do you pick against them? Slavs were buffed multiple times. And just now we're starting to see them picked in pro play. Maybe like... maybe Chinese, because Chinese are always good, but Chinese are so good that I think players are going to have them banned anyways, so... Winner of this plays versus the winner of Leary and Hera. Got it. Okay, thank you. So that's our next series, which should also be amazing, but... This series looks like it'll go to 7 right now. Yo, Mr. Stamina over here. Still not giving up. Has another castle here. He actually added in some Axemen, which could help against the opponent's Halbs. Axemen are horrible against Boyar, though. They'll do 1 damage because they do melee damage, and Boyars have 11 armor. The Axemen right now only do 11 attack, so you can't do 0 attack in Age of Empires, but you would do 1, which is the minimum. Jordan still needs to hold this side as he pushes this side. He will definitely clean up this side. All of Yo's relics are there too. Yo probably looking here, hoping that this is enough for him. He'll lose one of his Trebs. He could lose the other Treb as well. Just to 2 Boyars here, guys. Jordan will lose some of his Trebs. We're going to see a whole lot more blue coming over this way, I'm sure, to try and hold this position. And Jordan's still repairing the gate. And Yo's still trying to break through. But over here, the Boyars, the Halbs, the Trebs will continue to move. Yo's population's down to 120. He just has 1 single Treb over here now. And I think soon Jordan's going to snipe it. And a fun game. Main thing I could question from Yo is we didn't see hand cannons. And I feel as though hand cannons... That was the one thing we had discussed before Imp that would maybe have to happen. I like this castle from Jordan 2 denying some of the wood. So I'm surprised we didn't see hand cannons. I think there would be issues with hand cannons, which is probably why he didn't do it, because everything would be really slow. He's going to get elite throwing Axemen now. Still going to have massive problems against the Boyars. There's 2 players in our pro scene that would still be playing on. Yo and ACCM. Those 2. Everybody else would have called this one. Yo still believes. And guys, he was behind by 3K score in game 1, and he came back and won that one. So he's going to make sure that he is officially dead before he resigns. He showed us in this series what he can do. MBL? No, MBL would have called it. MBL has an ability to survive like a lot of other, like Yo and ACCM. I think MBL would have called the GG by now. He's lost his relics. He's lost the side of his base. His Treb got sniped over here. Like, the second this Treb is sniped and then you lose the whole left side of your base, that's really when you start... You should know, like... Usually it's like you're losing one side and you're pushing the other. Here, you're just dead on both sides. So, this is not going to affect Jordan too much. Could boost confidence a little bit more for Jordan, but Yo will not have castles. And like we said, Axemen are horrible against Boyars. The GG's called. Maybe Franks are horrible against Slavs. Who knows? But the score is 2-2 in this quarterfinal. It has been a back and forth series. What a fun one we have here. 20,000 more resources collected there from Jordan. He was later to Imp, but the faster Imperial Age for Yo didn't accomplish too much except bring out the Trebs. It was Halbs and Trebs. Jordan had the greater eco when he made it to Imp. And then he used that and arguably the greater options to great effect. Better KD for Jordan the whole game through. And what was the castle count that game? Okay, so total castles in the game, Jordan made more. Jordan made more castles than the Franks did. It shows how good that tech is. 99% of the map explored by Jordan. Lots of great technologies here. And he played that one according to how he probably drew it up in his head. Yo gets to pick the next map. How do hand cannons fare in that matchup compared to elite throwing Axemen? So hand cannons are going to do more damage against Boyars. And obviously they still have the bonus damage against Halbs. So I think hand cannons are better, but they're still slow. But like Yo added Axemen because he felt like he had tried everything else. And he had castles. Like, that was not part of Yo's original plan. I think it needs to be Halbs, hand cannons, bombard cannons. We never saw any gunpowder from Yo. And that's, I think, the only thing that would have given him a solid chance there. All right, folks, right away, this is going to get crazy. We got to switch up the colors. Here we are, game number 5. It is Socotra. And rule number 1 of Socotra is bring in your elephant, or in this case, rhino, right away. 9 villagers start in this tournament. And so you might think, oh, wow, we have a lot more eco to collect resources. Well, on Socotra or Black Forest, that means, well, I have an extra villager or 2 I can justify rushing with. Yo pick the Goths here. Goths get Loom instantly. And so it's not just one Vil coming forward, which is the standard. It's 2. And Jordan brought in the Rhino right away. Jordan sees Zebra dying already. And Jordan was just trying to push these in towards the TC to get as much food as possible. And, oh, Zebra dodge. Yeah, Jordan doesn't want anything to do with this right now. Because in order to engage with the Vils, you would need to research Loom as well. But because Loom takes 25 seconds, you are going to then be down a villager. So Jordan has decided, I'm going to let this happen. I'm not going to be down a villager. And I'm just going to wall up. And honestly, with how this Socotra works, I think this is going to be a great start for Jordan. Because you might notice, Socotra on this tourney, there's no rock walls. So it's more of like a hybrid map where there's water on the outside. Now, did they remove fish on this? Or has it always been box turtley? Does anyone know? I felt like when they first announced this, a lot of players complained. They were like, no, don't add water to it. And I wonder if they maybe made adjustments. Because I recall seeing versions with deep fish. Either way, you can fish out here, but there's not an insane amount of fish. Whether or not that was an adjustment made, it doesn't matter. That is just simply how it is and what it's like right now. And so players might choose not to fish. Yeah, you can eat the box turtles. Box turtles are equivalent to shorefish. But obviously they're quite far away and it could be seen as pretty inefficient. But eventually fishing ships could lead to fish traps, which could be good. Eagle is always a bit stronger than a scout, so Jordan right now is going to try and push the zebra away. And the scout can't do anything about it. This is funny. Because Jordan's like, what are you going to do? Shoot it? It's your zebra. This villager, 49 food. This villager, 50 food. 100 food walking here for Yo. Goths also carried more with Hunt. Another reason why. Well, their Hunt lasts longer, and they also carried more. And then they also get Loom instantly. It's like one of the best Socotra civs for those reasons. Yeah, fishing ships on turtle or shorefish, it's the same. Very slow. It's one of the slowest ways to bring in food in the game. And Jordan's still going to try and bring the zebra. And Yo's like, no. If I can't have it, you can't have it either. He would rather the zebra die. Oh, wait. He didn't kill it yet. What? Oh, where's it going? Oh, no, it backfired. Oh, no, run, villager. Oh, okay, it reset. Jordan had a chance to make a run for it there and try and push it. Anyways, Yo's clicked up. Jordan's clicked up. We have a barracks for Yo. Wouldn't be a surprise to see militia. And we have militia from Jordan already. I mean, Jordan's timings here. I love it. He's like, fine, I'm not going to give you the messiness. Yeah, you can take some of my food, but your villagers were walking, so that's inefficiencies. I'm going to use my eagle to be a pain against you. Keep your scout at home. That way your scout can't scout what I'm doing. And Jordan could possibly have a surprise here. Here come the militia now. He's in feudal age faster. Yo is coming forward with Vils. Yo doesn't know. Yo will know. And Yo should be careful now. It's good for Yo that he saw that. Also good he wasn't too stubborn there. Some players are like, Socotra energy, let's force it. Yo also not on gold. Not with enough villagers anyways. He won't be able to afford the man-at-arm upgrade. Jordan will. Jordan will also have an archery range. And this seems like the dream start for Jordan. Yo backs off the hunt. But Yo will have a lack of momentum problem here. He can't afford the range right away. Jordan already has his on the way. And on paper, this is all Jordan right now. Res collected is definitely something we'll talk about when it comes to food. But it's an infantry battle, and the Aztecs have man-at-arms already. And then it's a follow-up into ranged units, and Jordan has the range already. Yo doesn't have his range. Anyone else, completely dead. Anyone else is just completely toast here. I believe that Yo can always find a way with like a cheeky defensive tower and a counterattack or something, but this is the dream start for Jordan. We've not had a player win 2 in a row yet in this series. That could change here. There's been no kills in this game thus far. Yo hoping to hit the skirm. Can't hit the skirm. Kills the eagle, though. And Jordan should realize when he sees this, like, holy crap, he's just now adding a range? This is amazing for me. Yo, he also cannot use this scout to kill any archers because it's so weak. Looks like Jordan's units wanted to go different directions there. I hate it when that happens. Some of the man-at-arms went this way and this way. Yo loves to make skirms on this map. In TTL, he made tons of skirms on Socotra. So he's just building up towards skirms. I think a lot of players would have built a tower here in a panic, and then you can't tower your gold later on. Jordan hasn't really been able to use his range unit advantage yet. Didn't really get that many hits on the man-at-arms either, but he's getting some now. No fletching for Jordan, I'm noticing. And Yo knows that a range with 1500 HP is just as useful as a range with 1 HP. As long as the range is up, it does not matter if it's on fire. It just needs this to produce skirms. We'll need to make sure that this villager gets pulled away at the proper time. And Yo even adding the second range to recover with numbers here. Skirms pop out. Now, skirms don't do too much against the man-at-arms. Not compared to the archers anyways. Fletching is already in for Yo, so he's got the stronger range units. I just combined strong and ranged. It's fine. Lycra's needed. Fletching's now in for Jordan too. Impressive to me that Yo hasn't broken yet, but a great start here for Jordan. Jordan 2-1 on the KD. Jordan in a good position to make eagles possibly, and he's completely walled, guys. Really well played by Jordan. And I think, like, Yo can't counterattack, realistically, if this range is going to go down. Like, Jordan might find some moments to maybe take out the range. But he wants the man-at-arms in the engagement, and he loses all of his man-at-arms. Wow! How does Yo do it? And Yo can take the archers, and now the man-at-arms that are left can help against the skirms. And what in the world? Like, I really don't understand it. He's so good at staying alive. Maybe the double range helped recover a little bit. But it's going to be a skirm war now. And now I just toggle into the full resource collected, because this is important, and it's been more food for Yo. Dang. I think Jordan... Yeah, he fought up the hill, which is a good point. Maybe... I think he needed an eagle or two, or like, maybe in second range, I don't know. See, the temptation here for Jordan is going to be... You're okay with trading evenly if you're trading into a skirm war against the Goths here. What you're worried about is if the Goths make a lot of infantry and you don't have a counter to that. Because you want to go eagles and maybe monks. So Jordan's not really going to want to go for a second range. And that eagle changes things already for Jordan. He advances forward, getting some decent hits. Now, again, a game in Titans League, Yo just went like mass skirms and killed feudal age eagles. So, I don't know if Jordan saw that. But Yo is not going to try and add man-at-arms. At least, well, he doesn't necessarily have to. Someone said a ton of idle time for Jordan. He did have 15 minutes of idle time. It's true. Really hard for Yo to ever do anything with a counterattack. Really hard for Jordan to do anything with a counterattack because of how the base is laid out. Jordan has the dream base layout, though. Back wood, back berries, back gold. I wonder if it's easier to have back resources on this version of Socotra because of how it generates. I don't know. Yo's going to click up using a bit of the market. I love how he doesn't even palisade wall. He's just house walling. Goths don't get stone walls, so makes sense. And Yo clicks up to the next stage. Jordan's archer has to be pulled back. Jordan adding barracks number 2. Okay, so I obviously got excited because I remember that one time Yo used a bunch of skirms versus eagles. He needs food eco here, so he needs to put more of these wood choppers on farms. And he needs to consider man-at-arms, I think. Here he goes. Advances forward with the skirms. No eagles here for Jordan. Man-at-arm in queue for Yo as he clears up the skirms. Now, Jordan will have 0 range units. So he's not going to have anything... Well, maybe not 0, but he's going to have like 1. And if that, it would be a skirm, right? So the skirm wasn't going to do much against the man-at-arm inclusion anyways. So now you start to think about Jordan's long-term, and maybe you're a little bit concerned that he needs archers now. But then there's still skirms, and it's just rock, paper, scissors. But Yo's going to shoot, and I'm really concerned for Jordan now. And having seen Yo play Socotra before with Gots, he is so good with them. Felt like the opening from Jordan was great, but a nice clear up there. Yeah, this is a dockable version of Socotra if you missed what I said in Dark Age. Neither player has decided to dock yet. Siege Workshop now from Jordan. And now the Eagles get a whole lot stronger too. And the early Castle Age window could do a lot for Jordan here. You get the 7 base attack on the Eagles when you make it to the next stage. And look how much faster the men-at-arms go down there. Yo is a stable, so he doesn't want to invest into the longswords. He's weakened some of the Eagles. It's nothing crazy, though. Could maybe kill one more Eagle and feel okay with it, but Jordan pulls that back. And Yo's skirmishers will die, evening out the game. Neither player has won 2 straight this series. The loser of this will have to win 2 straight in order to have a chance at winning the series. Feels like this game could swing so much here. And Eagle numbers going to be pretty significant. And nice job there. Nice quick walls from Jordan. Could have lost the villager building the monastery. That was a nice little counterattack there from Yo. And that's huge, right? Like, the faster you get the monks here when your opponent has knights, the better. Especially with Aztecs. Someone says, lol, I'm watching this in philosophy class. Nice! Apparently your lecturer is boring. Say hello to him for me. Lots of gold towards the middle of the map, right? Whoever controls this area is going to have access to that. They talked about the map gen for Yo. These golds really brutal for him. And Jordan with some quick gating work here. One knight gets converted here, the game could be over for Yo. It'd be brutal. Because then suddenly, the mangonel goes down to the knight, and the siege can't do anything. The monk is exposed. If the Eagles dive, they could get hit by the mangonel, and Yo kills the monk, and now the knights can take decent fights. They'll also have the hill. And you think Aztecs, you think monk numbers, but Jordan wasn't quite able to get the value from his numbers. And Yo's so good, somehow finding engagements with the weaker numbers, and in some cases, even the weaker units. But that's been the theme of this game. Like, now this monk can't hop out because there's a scout there. This is getting chased down. And Jordan seems really worried now. And Jordan needs to kill that scout so the monks can hop out and get conversions. He's still okay, as long as he kills that scout. Yo is just on a loop-de-loop around the monasteries here. And now I think Jordan could hop out, and Jordan hops out. Nice play. But he loses the scorpions. He still hasn't killed the mangonel. And the monk is going to die to the mangonel. Survives. But it's the same thing all over again. Now, if you add redemption, you could convert the siege, right? And that changes things. But redemption's not in. Now, having the hill, though, means your monks can survive a mangonel shot. And the monks can heal each other up. I was going to add Lycav. What crazy. Like, guys, in a normal game, you're not next to each other the entire time. These guys are neighbors, and they're in the middle of conflict all the time, and finally a conversion happens, the mangonel goes down. Now I prefer Jordan's position. Isn't it crazy? 26 to 26 KD, 2-2 scoreline in this series. And Yo's gonna boom? He drops a TC over here. Pikeman upgrade could be good for Jordan. He could soon have the resources for that. He's going to get his first relic. Get 33% more gold per relic with Aztecs. Maybe get the second relic here. And Yo's looking, and Yo's going to find that monk. Sees it. That'll be a dead monk, but nice find. Important to think about that. Jordan will end up getting the relic most likely anyways. Another monk going to go down over here, but drops the relic off of the monastery first. That's a proper monk right there. Finishes the job before death. Still no pikeman upgrade for Jordan. There's a big difference between spears and pikes in terms of bonus damage. And redemption now being in means the siege for Yo will get converted. I'm not sure if Yo can engage against this and on this hill. Yo's on 2 TCs. Yo's building up stone, though. If he ever takes a good fight, he will castle the middle and will probably win the game with that. That's what it'll come down to now. Jordan needs to protect these monks here. Here, the extra HP on the Aztec monks helps a lot. Monk survives. Here, this monk should go down. Doink, doink. What is that pathing? Doink. God damn it. It actually frustrates me. I feel really bad for Yo. Ends up getting the kill, though. Still looking around. Yo adding his own monastery to maybe convert a couple units back, but you don't get more HP on your monks per upgrade. Maybe it's a defensive castle for Yo. Because, like, I don't see a way where he breaks this. Maybe he thinks he can. Why is... like... Okay, I say why, but I think Jordan might regret losing so many monks trying to get relics. I think if you have 3 relics and the other one's on the right-hand side, you just leave it. You're giving Yo some opportunities. But obviously, you get all the relics. It helps you. And, oh, man, there goes Yo with the castle. Jordan does have siege on the way. And it's so hard to kill these Aztec monks. This castle could be denied. Here comes the siege from Jordan. If the knights engage at all for Yo, he's going to be running into pikes and monks. The castle's at 60%. Yo needs this castle to go up. There's eagles all over his villagers, which is going to prompt him to try and bring in his knights. But he brought over a mangonel. That had to get deleted. And the castle's at 80%, and the siege from Jordan could deny this castle. It was only lost a couple villagers. The castle's at 90%. Oh, man. Great play from Jordan. He got to the army composition he wanted. He didn't take any poor fights in the early game, so he could get to this stage where many people think Aztecs are going to be superior. He might be forcing the issue a little bit underneath the TC, but his eco is superior, so he can still produce more eagles. He can still produce more pikes. The trades are reasonable just so he can keep this castle, stop this castle from going up. Now, Yo's castle will probably go up here. So he has to jump out, and then he has to do the little whoop move and, like, pull villagers to the side or get back in the TC. You have to time the volleys. And wait a second. Yo kills another monk. Kills the mangonel. Castle. Going to go up. Yo lost 10 vills, but he's behind by 1. So you're saying there's a chance. And now Yo has this gold protected. And Jordan says, I have to take that castle down. He'll drop a castle of his own in the middle of the map. He'll protect those vills. He rewalls the sides. There's no holes there. There would have been had he not checked that. And Jordan is going to go up to Imp. A great decision from him. On a normal map, like, you look at 2 TCs from Yo and you think, oh, well, he's got the eco lead. But this is about timings. And Fast Imperial Age would be epic here. That's a great castle from Jordan. He actually bought some of the stone as well, I think. Or no, maybe... Well, he used the market a lot, and he maybe did that to get the resources to go Imperial Age. And now you just need to defend, and Yo's going to have to find a way to go for damage here. Okay, seems crazy. What would you guys think about Longsword Petard for Yo? Probably horrible, right? But from our perspective, trying to go Imp is not going to work for him, right? Making, like, YOLO Petards and Longswords to try and push this would be epic. Man, Yo's killed so many monks. But I think Yo, he saw the castle. Another monk goes down. Sheesh. And he saw the castle. He knew what that would mean, so he'll want to go Imperial Age himself. Maybe Longsword Ram. Longsword Ram and Petards. It's so tough to go Petards and Rams when there's melee units out. And Yo clicks up. So Yo will have one of his TCs producing villagers while he's on the way to Imp. That's a positive. Negative for him, obviously. Jordan has 3 relics with the Aztecs. can make Jaguar Warriors, which is actually good against infantry. Like, Jaguar Warriors are an epic unit to add out here. Plus, they look cool, you know? Nice. And then Trebs. Jordan just needs to hold this hill and make Trebs, and Trebs could take out all of this. Leaving Yo with no options. Yo's going to need army to engage against this. And, like, we said it before about Yo, he's a big fighter. I'd even think this is GG. I don't know what you do now. I think you're completely screwed. Obviously, you fight on here. I'm not saying GG, but, like, I would think that I'm dead. Yo will probably somehow be playing 10 minutes from now. Crazy. Lewalter, thank you for the gifted subs earlier. A couple people coming back. Rodrigo, Nikosar, Sassy Pebble, Boy of Hell. Thank you, everybody, for the subs. Welcome back. Matter says, great casting. I'm driving a truck for work, and you make it easy to follow the game. Oh, man. Are you subscribing at a red light right now? Oh, it's your first message, actually. Okay. Please don't Twitch and drive. All right. I don't want to be held responsible. Obviously, listening's great, though. Castle will go down. Yo knows it. And Yo's going to try chemistry for gunpowder. And that takes another 90 seconds. Is he going to have a base by the time he can make gunpowder here? It feels extremely unlikely. With this many pikes and jags and monks and eagles. Let's see. Yo's going to try his best. Villagers are super exposed, though. Monks are only going to get stronger here. TCs and everything will start to go down. Yo trying with the light cav against monks. He's done a great job at that this game. I can't question that as monk control at all. Jordan's monk control has been a little awkward at times. I think he feels as though he's just always going to have more units on the way, right? He's starting to convert the ranges. Villagers are now exposed where the TC used to be. It's 35 army for Jordan. It's 5 army for Yo. He might not have archer ranges to make hand cannons pretty soon. That's what he's saving up his resources for. Eagles making it into the back of his eco. Trebs taking out all of his buildings. And again, Yo's like, we got this. We can do it. His whole economy's being decimated. He's got nowhere to run. What, is he going to make a dock and transport ships? Yo has never been more comfortable. I love the fight, dude. As long as he has ranges, he's going to spend these resources. No, he couldn't even get his first hand cannon. Okay, so we'll have 3 ranges. I mean, Jordan has strong enough monks with enough range where he can just convert the hand cannons in theory. Man, Jaguar Warriors are super loud. This is crazy. They also have, like, this weird little grunt. It's like clanging and grunting nonstop. Just leave the Trebs there, Jordan. Just keep taking out all the buildings you can. Yo won't have population space soon. There are the hand cannons, though. Imagine if he could do it, guys. Imagine if he could do it. The light cabin knights and hand cannons are going in. Jordan's monks aren't really converting that much, it must be said. And while potentially Jordan could have won the game already, Yo's still holding on. Yo's hand cannon count, not awful, but the eco KD is 0 to 32. You kind of need villagers here. He's making a bombard cannon. This has become a micro scenario now, where he needs to micro his units in the best way possible, because he's not going to have many more. Shooting the monks. I mean, all right, that's something. Some hand cannons switch sides, though. There's skirmishers in there for Jordan. The Trebs are still there. Yo is so funny. He's like, we got this. We could do it. Again, normally I can look for one positive. And, like, the only positive I can see is You have guns. And the Aztecs don't get guns. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't give him a gun. No. Bombard cannon. Doesn't get converted. Wait. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, well, he calls the GG. The skirmishers were doing the job there from Jordan, and Jordan wins 2 straight. Goes up 3-2. And like we said, a really good job from Jordan. Honestly, it was kind of teetering back and forth there in early Castle Age. Yo did an excellent job. Like, I think that Yo should have been dead in Castle Age, and somehow this game went to Imp. But Jordan, he stayed consistent. Sometimes you can try and force it against a player as patient as Yo, and then you can lose a fight or lose control and make one bad decision, and then you lose the game. Jordan has been super consistent all series. He's now 1 win away from moving into the semis. And we said it before the series, Jordan's playing incredible. He is playing amazing. You know, for a lot of people, when I asked the viewers, we're still predicting Yo victory today. But did seem to agree with me that Jordan's playing out of his mind. So we'll see what happens. But with the way the series has gone, I feel like we hopefully get 7 games and that Yo might respond in the next one. Beautiful stuff from Jordan there. I've always felt like Aztecs are the superior civ. Jordan did pick Aztecs first in his draft as well. So he planned for this. Here we are, game number 6. And this is a big one, folks. We've got Jordan again in the blue. He's up 3-2. It's been a quality series. He's gone for the Lithuanians. And with Lithuanians, you're going to see villagers head over to wood a little bit earlier because they don't need as much on food underneath their TC because they start with the extra food. So the early dock for Jordan will come up here. Looks like he slightly miscalculated it, but I'm sure it will happen soon. And Yo, he's going to be docking as well. Now, I mentioned to start with the Lithuanians. That's very smooth, right? You get 100 food every time you complete a TC, so adding TCs later on, really nice economically. But the Malians are super smooth because of their wood savings. Every building you build with the Malians is discounted on wood. So we already have 3 houses. We have a lumber camp. We have a dock. You're going to have more docks. You're going to need more wood for ships and blah, blah, blah. All this stuff, right? Most buildings in Age of Empires cost wood. Without that bonus, Malians would be a pretty poor choice here. They also have a good tech tree too, though, right? Like, they've got strong cav. If the Lithuanians go for lots of knights, the Lithuanians could be countered by camels. They've got solid monks. They've got solid archers. But what I have found, okay, in the few games I've seen here in this tournament, is that since it's a 9-villager start, scouting becomes so much more important because you actually have less time to scout. So sometimes there's a lot more assuming done from players. And I could see someone maybe assuming the opponent's not going to dock them. And then the dock goes up on their pawn and kills their fishing ships. Now, I feel like Jordan has... Maybe he was over at Viper's apartment recently and stole his map hack's thumb drive. Because look at this. This wood line is straight out of Viper map hacks right here. This is sick. You have a relic behind the tree. You have a gold here. And then you have the wall potential, which means you could fully protect that pond. Now, for the one individual, it's going to take what I said seriously. That was a joke. I know it wasn't funny. But seriously, that is really nice. Whereas for Yo, it's like, Yo doesn't really even have that potential to wall this, realistically. He's going to have to play a lot more with scouting to see if he gets any pressure there. Now, for Jordan, he scouted this. No, he didn't actually scout this shoreline. So that's surprising to me. He's going to find Yo's base. Could assume that Yo's gone over here or here from this point. And the scouts are going to engage. Now, obviously, Yo doesn't know anything about where Jordan is or where the dock is. Jordan's sending villagers to gold, which would indicate a forward dock. He's going to see that dock. I wonder if he'll send a vill. This could also just be for an archer opening as well. But he's going to want to spend the gold on something. Feudal age times are basically identical here as well. Dang. And massive hill in the front of the base as well for Yo. Not really something Jordan has to deal with. This wall is going to do so much for him to control this game. And Jordan right now sending a vill. Whoa, I didn't realize they had wild animals on this. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I, for example, always remove the wolves and the tigers on maps where you have to send villagers to dock, because this just adds a lot of RNG. And this could be really unfortunate for Jordan. His villager could lose HP because of that wolf being there. Or, sorry, tiger. I don't think there's another one next to the shoreline, but woo, especially if Jordan doesn't react. There's also still a bug in the game. I reported this like 3 months ago, where players on custom maps don't hear an attack notification from animals. It's wild to me we have animals on maps with that bug still here. It's wild to me the bug's still here too. And Jordan's not getting an attack notification because of the bug. Again, this is like 3-month-old bug. Oh, God. Okay, Jordan gets the quick wall down for now. Okay, he's fine. I was worried about him. He still can't dock there until he maybe deletes the tree or something. So Jordan scouted the dock. He sees the range now. He didn't see the militia. And here comes the man-at-arm upgrade from Yo. And Yo's going to try and block here. And Jordan did react at the final moments there. So Jordan was able to protect his villager, able to save this villager as well for now. But lots of pressure coming in towards Jordan right now. Both from the elements and then also from Yo. So we talked about the easy wall, right? He went up to 6 fishing ships. He's so comfortable with that. But he's off gold. And this villager has to repair the wall in order to keep yourself alive here. So can't finish that archer range just yet. And a whole lot of control right now for Yo. Now, Yo's never going to expect this dock. Yo will likely dock and add fish there, which could mean Jordan could kill those fishing ships then. It's really weird to me that Jordan didn't go to the south. That would be the common play. It looks like he's thinking about it, but there's only so much wood to go around. This is where having the Malians can be really nice because of the wood savings, right? You're spending wood on the range, the barracks, the dock, the fishing ships, the ships. Nice pokes there from Jordan, though. Weakens Yo's scout. And now we're going to need to see some defense from Jordan here, or he's going to take more losses. Scout running away for Yo. It goes down underneath the TC. Villager here running away. Yo notices. Villager should die. If she doesn't die, that's insane. No, she's dead. Eco KD 1-0. One player lost a villager. Another player lost a scout. But Jordan does not have gold. At least he's not taking any now as he shifts over to this gold. Oh, Jordan pops out with his skirms. Speedy skirms with Lithuanians could be really strong here. It's much easier to take the better fights, especially with 7 fishing ships behind this for Jordan. And just 5 for Yo at the moment, but I don't think Yo's going to complain too much. I think he'll be happy his opponent's not on gold. And they might just add scouts behind this. There's the stable. Okay, so watch this. So Jordan just used the Vil to look and see if there was a dock. Saw the dock, so we'll probably make a fire galley. Yo does not know there's a dock there. He thinks that this might be a villager that's going to dock. See how he's making fish? So Jordan's unorthodox dock. Wow! He's unorthodox. Get it? Okay, anyways. Unintentional, I promise you. Well, okay, well now the dock doesn't really do too much because Yo sees it anyways. And Jordan trying to quick wall in his villager and does, as he also has to defend this. So much freaking work right now. Like, this map is so hard to play. I've loved the pressure from Yo, but the defense from Jordan has also been incredible here, guys. And maybe we'll see an archer from Yo come over here. Yo trying to micro with his archers, but he knows he's not going to get away. On the hill, the archer gets a kill, though. And there was 3 villagers that Yo killed, or 3 eco that Yo killed in the opening here. Archer does end up killing that villager, so now Jordan is just going to have that 1 dock and no villager. And Yo will make fire galleys there to contest it. And an arm should eventually die. There's scouts and archers coming forward from Yo. And it feels like Jordan's building up towards Castle Age. Typically, if you're only on skirm for this long and you haven't contested for your opponent's eco, they're going to add scouts here. And Jordan's little house wall here. He thought his map was insane, right? Little house wall is keeping him alive for the time being. He's going to dive through here. Only with Lithuanians would you do this. You can run past the scouts and go out to kill the archers. This is nice. Because if the archers aren't there, then the spearmen can come forward for the scouts. I actually don't mind the attempt there from Jordan, but Yo, in the end, takes a good enough fight. Also killed Jordan's scout underneath the TC. You don't have many villagers around the TC typically. I wonder if we'll see Jordan get many fishing ships up down here. It feels like maybe Yo could make a run for that pond. Guys, it's just been all Yo with the aggression, right? The man-at-arms. The fire galleys. The scouts. It's like Jordan's waiting for Castle Age here, but he doesn't quite have the resource flow he needs. I love how Yo has played this game so far, and I'm personally hoping for a Game 7, but Jordan, he does not want to entertain you guys. You hear that? He wants to win. Well, no. Jordan would love to entertain and win at the same time, but if he had to choose between losing and being entertaining or winning and not being entertaining, I'm sure he would choose the winning. Crazy. Yeah, Jordan's idle eco time, you see that stat? I'm going to tell you what that is. That's like every little quick wall on a wood line and not getting the villagers back to work right away. It's really hard to get that balance down with getting villagers back to work behind quick walls because he had to do so many of them. Yo, still on this gold. Yo could run through. There's no spearman back there. Oh, man, if Yo ran back there, he'd have a field day. And Jordan underneath Yo's TC. Oh, no, Jordan. Underneath the TC. We'll lose the spearman. Could lose the skirms. Jordan still hasn't clicked up. Jordan losing another villager. Jordan is falling apart. Yo is all over him here. Yo's going to win water over here too, so he'll have 2 ponds. Yo also has a villager walking down here to dock this, and he could get that dock down and then take that pond in the next stage too. It has been all Mr. Yo in game number 6. Castle Age times are the same. Nice job from Jordan, though. This outpost, both outposts, gives him full vision here. He actually has noticed this. He needs that. He needed a win here. I think Res Collected should be pretty interesting. We'll look to that now. Res Collected. Yo's collected 1,500 resources more. So clean. And he'll move forward. He'll see Jordan adding stables. I don't think Jordan has the economy to make many knights. He could probably produce out of both the stables for the first batch of knights. Maybe the second batch of knights. But he'll probably get to like 4 knights and then just try and rely on monks. Yo could dive here. Yo could dive through, still have army left over, and win the game. But he doesn't want to take that risk. Because he could also lose all of his archers, and then the scouts get through and the spearmen are waiting. So it's not worth the risk. Yo just sitting right next to that TC. He's actually in the TC range. And Yo's on stone. So I think he was maybe expecting Jordan to go for pike defense. And Yo loves unique units, so I think he was maybe thinking Gebetto. Nice thing for Jordan is Yo might need to back away. The bad thing for Jordan is Yo's going to have a lot of time at home. And the main gold, not something Jordan able to lock down right now. But if he could force the army away, maybe he could run out here and build the TC. Look at those archers from Yo. Just wedging themselves in there. Villager dead for Jordan there. His blacksmith's about to go down. He really wanted that armor upgrade to complete for his knights. And, I mean, Jordan's just... He's stuck. Like, he does not have a lot of resources. Those archers will micro down some of the spears here. Yo takes the fight because his scouts have good upgrades. Wow, man. Yo's playing amazing. That was so good. Because you don't care about the archers, but you absolutely care about the scouts. Because they could be helpful against Lithuanians when the monks come out. Yo, you care about the scouts. Okay, he did care about the scouts. Rare mistake. TC goes up here. TC goes up here. Monastery at home. This is a clinic. This dock did get denied, by the way. I'm sorry I missed that. Yo tried to sneak to the other side. But Jordan is not in a situation where he can really boom. I like the double monastery call. Go for lots of monks. Combine it with knights. And hope you can get a snowball. It's going to be really tricky, though. Interesting the camels have come this way. Oh, Yo's bringing another Vil. So what you can do is, like, use this army to distract the navy and finish it, but it feels like this is a little early for them to be forward. That's a conversion if Yo doesn't delete. Yo still did have to delete, though, which isn't ideal. I feel like you're also showing your opponent what you're going to do if you're here, but the Fire Galley does go down. Yo doesn't really seem to care. And if you're ever going to be all in, like if it's 1 TC, full army, full monks, full knights, all this pressure, what you need is a defensive castle next to your eco. And Yo's just banking up for that. I thought about that one a long time ago, I'm sure. See, now the villagers here, but now the camels have left. I could see Yo just building houses here for a bit. Jordan also is running out of fish in this pond. Would need to fish trap to get good value from it. Oh, the dock's at 85%. Click, 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 click. Click it! Hammer! All it went up! Okay, that makes sense then. Oh, that sucks for Jordan. Now you need to make another fire galley. That's annoying. And Light Cav are on the prowl on the front too, looking for monks. And Jordan will build TC number 2. Now, eco count is even. Overall worker efficiency, 5% higher for Yo. Now you see that at the bottom left now. And I think Yo still collected like 2k more res. I'm going to check in a second here. Wouldn't the play for Jordan be 100% defense to reach late game where Lithuanians are better? Are Lithuanians better? Is there a significant lead for Lithuanians here? I'm not sure I agree. Camel, hand cannon, Gabetto, fast university upgrades, super cheap buildings, the whole way through. Like, what Jordan's doing here is fine. I'm not sure that Lithuanians are necessarily, like, way better. I could make an argument that they're a bit better because of the trash and whatnot, but even then, Malians have champions. So Jordan's doing fine. Like, Jordan hasn't broken yet, right? Which is good. Yo hasn't actually tried to push and kill him. And Jordan, wow, look at that. Protects the monks. Yo thought about going in. Monks might have been completely quick-walled in. That's some high-level stuff. My thinking is that Gabetto and Cav is really hard for Lithuanians to stop. Lithuanians would have to go for, like, their own Cav in combination with... Oh, big moment. Big moment for Yo. Gets one conversion, keeps the monks alive. Also sees this monk. Yeah, Lithuanians are going to need a little bit more than just their Cav. And Yo's just had full control this game, right? But Jordan hasn't broken. Like, true to the series, man. Like, any player who falls behind just stays alive. And with this many monks, things can swing. A couple extra conversions for, Oh, this is funny. A couple extra conversions for Jordan could be good. Yo just converted a fire galley that Jordan had and is killing fishing ships with it. Disgusting. Jordan has 1 relic, so he gets the +1 attack on his knights. Oh, man. Oh, geez. He lost 1 monk. He's going to lose 2 more. He could get conversions, though. The Gabetto help. Interesting fight. I think I prefer it for Yo, though. The Gabettos still do a lot of damage. Camels do a lot of bonus damage. And Jordan is left with mainly monks. And monks that are exposed here, too. And Jordan knows is dead. He calls the GG. And we are going to a Game 7 here, folks. Wow. You know, I said in the previous game, I was like, no one has won 2 games in a row yet. Whoever loses this game is going to have to win 2 games in a row. What I didn't think about, though, is that Jordan won 2 games in a row to get to 3. So if Jordan can do it, maybe Yo can do it too. It'll go down to the final game. But yeah, it was just way too many things happening for Jordan. I can't actually tell you exactly why, except for possibly the Malian bonus. Think about what Yo could afford. He had the barracks early. The timing on it was huge. He had the range. He had the dock. He had fishing ships. He had the blacksmith. Then in Castle Age, insta-TCs, insta-monasteries. Like, all this cost wood. If someone really wants to be nerdy in the YouTube comments, tell me how much wood Yo saved with all the buildings I'm clicking here. Again, that's if. 19 buildings? I don't know. Wait, no, that's 19 houses. That's 2 monasteries, 3 docks, 1 market, 1 barracks, and then the TCs. Someone just do the math on that. I guess 2 of the TCs were built. And that's before you talk mining camps, lumber camps. Tons of wood, but I don't have time for that. Here's the res collected. Great control there from Yo. And I think that's why we see Malians there. I do think Jordan's scouting needs to be better. I don't think you can be surprised by Man-at-Arms. I also really wonder, why are we going forward dock against a civilization that is so good at competing for pawns? I think you go for the safe pond and you get those fishing ships out before Yo gets down there. And maybe your castle age is faster or something. But it's not easy. It was unorthodox. How did I not get to that in all my years of casting until now? Unorthodox. Huh. So here we are, game number 7. I've been recording for 3 hours and 10 minutes. There's obviously been some breaks here or there, but there haven't been that many breaks. These guys have been playing Age of Empires nonstop for around 3 hours. And we have the Romans for Yo. Is it the Romans? Is it the Yeomans? Or is it the Thromans? We'll find out here whether or not this works. I think Roman suits Yo's playstyle, and the big bonus, before we even talk about the units, is the 5% more efficiency. And that just affects everything, right? It's really solid eco for the Romans. Yo said when the Romans came out, he thought they were the best civ. And there's been no changes to the Romans. There have been other civs introduced since. What is this wood line from Jordan, though? Something happened with the wood line. It's not necessarily a bug that hurts the player. It helps Jordan, because that might be the only place he has to go to wood for in this entire game. Other aspects of the map look pretty okay, though. I will say that Jordan only has 1 berries, and Yo's got another one close by. But I mean, that I'm pretty zoomed out. I don't think Yo will ever take the risk to go there. Should be okay. Tatars have more food on their sheep, so their sheep are a bit chunkier. That's really helpful with delaying farms. You don't need farms as early. I really do like the Tatar Cav Archers as well, with Thumbring being free. When I think about how you stop Cav Archers in Castle Age, though, and you're a Knight Civ, it's always Knight Scorpion. And Romans having the cheaper Scorpion could be a big problem here for Jordan. So I think Jordan, considering the 5% of greater efficiency the Romans have, and that has already started, of course, I think that Jordan's going to want to have a few villager kills and feudal age to work with here. So we'll see. Been a great series. Also, like, when I did Titans League and they were play all 3s and play all 5s, I think people on YouTube really appreciated it. Because people were like, yay, no spoilers. Well, no spoilers, baby. Go into a game 7 here and a play all 7, or sorry, a best of 7. So that's nice. Also, I've had people message me about that, just to touch on this briefly, about like adding dead space, like blank space to the end of sets, so there's no spoilers. It would completely kill video performance, and YouTube algorithm would possibly stop recommending stuff, and it could have a negative effect on my channel. So, not going to do that. I've done enough research on it to know it's a bad thing. There are extensions, though, that do such a thing, if you're so interested. I do not know the name of them, but just a small little shout out to anyone watching videos later. Might be worthwhile doing that, so it hides the video length. So, both players pushing in deer. Both players know it's going to be scouts. That's why they're doing it. It's just a scout rush map. You could maybe see players deviate that from time to time, but in Game 7, when they know each other so well, they just want lots of food for their scouts. And Yo, walling up. Just thinking ahead, no risks. Thinking ahead, no risks. Eventually could see villagers wander over to these trees. Like, watch. Well, he's actually, unfortunately, has 5 villagers on this side and 3 on this side. So the efficiency's a bit off. But eventually, like, I think this tree will get finished, and one of the villagers will go for this tree. And that could eventually be an overchop. Jordan's gone for 2 separate lumber camps, which does add to the efficiency. And Yo sees Jordan and is blocking his stable foundation. And there goes Jordan with that stable. So this can happen on Land Madness with the bigger wood lines. I learned during TTL it's really tricky to get the map right. You just kind of got to roll with it. But you cannot wall in the rock terrain, remember. Now this version of the map does allow you to wall to the edge. You just can't wall on the little rock terrain. So you could technically full wall yourself if you're Yo, walling this way and walling this way, right? Like, I could see it happening. For Jordan, it'd be much tougher. Okay. So, and again, wild animals on the map. And Tiger's going to attack Yo this time. Yo gets some nice hits there on Jordan's scout. I imagine Jordan's paying attention to this. It looks funny, though, if you just look at it this way. In the middle of the map, Yo getting hits. Been a long series. And he runs away. Jordan forgot. And the Spearman is going to possibly go down to the TC. The Tiger's still there. Tiger should get shot as well. And bam. But some idle time for Yo's eco, which isn't the best. So, some players started to go Archer's Spearman on this map because everyone just walls up on its scouts, but the scouts are mobile, and you can still control the map with scouts. So I think we could see a switch into Archers. It would feel more natural for the Tatar player to switch into Archers because they have the better range units. So I would expect Yo to stick more to just farms with all the wood instead of the Archer range. Yeah, and Jordan's going to go build a mining camp on gold and think about an early range. We'll see if Jordan can still continue to produce scouts while also making archers. Because typically here, you don't have the food to produce... Wow, great micro from Yo. You start to run out of food because you're spending your wood on archer and mining camp. But because you're Tatars, you have extra food on your sheep. So you could still keep the scout number up, is my point. Yo's going to see this wood line and be like, huh? What is this? Yo's like, I did not pick Black Forest as my home map. What? But it's fine. He gets out of there. He doesn't get trapped. And now he knows about it. And Yo does not know about the range, but might find out here shortly. I think you just go... Oh, he's going infantry armor? Ooh, okay, so Romans have really solid infantry, right? And they get double armor on their infantry. So you get that one armor upgrade at Axis 2, basically. I don't think he knew about the range. It's only 100 food. Not sure how much that helps against archers. Let me look at the stats here. So you have 2 armor against an archer that does 4 damage before fletching. I guess every little bit helps, right? And it's too cheap to just forget about it. These wood lines for Jordan are making it really tough for Yo to know where to go right now. Jordan's scared, though, because he's thinking about walling this. Doesn't know where Yo is gone. Doesn't see anything. Yo getting town watch because he doesn't know where Jordan is. And now Jordan should know the scouts are coming this way. And Jordan is going to see the movement there. And he might consider a counterattack. If he counterattacks now, Yo could have big problems. I think you got to counterattack with this, Jordan. It's such a tough call. But this is your moment where Yo doesn't have any defense. And you have defense with walls. I think a counterattack right there. Yo's got 1 scout. Jordan and Yo have both been making the correct call the entire series. If Jordan loses this game, we might look back at that moment. Like, obviously, we don't know. Maybe Yo could have countered it, but Yo doesn't have skirms yet. Yo's going to love the fact he saw those archers and spearmen. He's going to be like, thank God. Because it would have taken him so long to go home. And now he doesn't need to produce more scouts. Jordan will get the full wall down, though. Again, this version of Land's Madness, there's nothing stopping that from the edge of the map. So you have some creative options. And now the spearmen are out of position! Yo has no upgrades on the scouts, though. The spearmen are here. And here, these spearmen, you have to say the armor hasn't really done much for them. They're getting pulled over. I think Jordan will run because he senses the scouts could come over. Great game sense from him. And Yo going back over this way a second time. Jordan clicks up. He sold his stone, so he's not thinking about the second TC. And again, a counterattack, it feels like could be so valuable here for Jordan. You've got everything but the gold walls. I guess if you do go forward, though, Yo could make his way to the gold. It's easy enough for him to do that, and the scouts are terrifying. Yo is on the way up as well. The unit of choice is going in my mind, I thought it was going to be Cav Archer, but Jordan's actually going for the second stable. I actually really like the second stable. Opening like Step Lancer Knight or Camel or something is not going to be something Yo expects. Question then is, will Yo see that? Jordan didn't even go for fletching, so Jordan's not upgrading the archers anymore. Or at all, I guess. But he'll see the stable. And so now I wonder if Yo starts to make more spears. Yo was worried about the archers. He dropped the tower here. And there's Jordan's scouts. Yo needs to wall up. Yo also attacking here. Nice split micro. These guys are insane. The type of play that just makes anyone out there who wants to be an aspiring pro give up. That's what this is. That is like one of the best of compliments. Like, yeah, just give up. Nope. I'm not playing like this. So consistent over 7 games? Nope. Casting's great. I'll just stick with that. Couple pokes there from the spears. And Step Lancers and Camels is what Jordan will go for. Yo needs to be careful with his scouts. And he actually was hunting over here. Did kill one of Jordan's scouts. Jordan might send his Step Lancers over there. Yo, with 1 villager on stone. Now, that's going to take a second trip to get the amount of stone back that he needs for a town center. And Jordan just bought stone so he could build the TC. So this becomes a boom game now. There's the Siege Workshop. Interesting that we're still going to see the Siege Workshop when Yo has seen the second stable. I think he's still really scared of Cav Archers here. Jordan bought more stone. Does he really want another town center here? Step Lancers going in. Yo has to be careful. Siege Workshop denied. And this is like... I think the stable decision from Jordan's paying off. Like, Yo is completely confused right now. Yo added a tower thinking crossbows would be a threat. Yo added a Siege Workshop thinking that Cav Archers would be coming. Villagers are stuck here. Yo sees that. And our first villager just went down. The not-so-mad Lands Madness game. Jordan should gain the eco lead. You also get sheep from your TCs when you complete them. This TC, look at that, on the wood line. Jordan probably has enough to defend here. The archers don't have many upgrades, but there's a large mix of units. Well played from Jordan. Still looking for value. 3 TCs for Jordan. Cav Archer feels like a good play here from here on out, because he's not going to have the food to make many more stable units. Here's Res Collected for those curious. Romans, man. And just the farms. The farms are so smooth right now. Couple Step Lancers find a Scorpion. Nothing really happens there. Light Cav run through and see the TC. Still lots of idle time from Jordan. Things are pretty cramped for him right now. Yo will eventually make his way to 3 TCs as well. Look at Yo. Couple knights over here. Going for some kills. Couple knights over here. Doesn't get the villager kills he wants, though. Will lose both of his knights. The Light Cav don't accomplish much. Jordan's there to defend. Jordan's done well here. Yo has done well. Again, the theme of the series, both players have played near perfect Age of Empires the whole way through. Yo's comeback in game number 1 is still maybe the craziest game of the whole series. In terms of how surprising it was to me. If you missed that game, Yo was behind. He had like 3K score and Jordan had 5,200 score. And of course it was on Arena. But it's not exactly what you would have expected. Still don't find the game exciting. All good. That's all good. We don't have to agree on everything. It'd be a boring life if we did. Ooh, Scorpion survives. Oh, man. Oh! Well played, Jordan. I wasn't sure how that one was going to go. Well, guys, you know, there's a concern for Jordan, right? He added the TCs. And he's making a mix of units, but I'm not really sure what he's going to commit to, right? I think like you want an offensive threat here. And he hasn't gone for that. He's just gone mainly for defense, which is, of course, completely fine in many ways. Nice play here. He tries to kill the monk. Doesn't get the monk. Great defense from Yo, but like, how are you going to use camels to kill eco from Yo? You're not. So I think we see like 4, 5, 6 TC play. Okay, maybe just 4, but big eco play here from Yo. And Yo could easily go into halves then too. I think if you're going to win with Tatars in like the modern era of Age of Empires 2, it's going to have to be through the Cav Archers. And there's the range now from Jordan. He's thinking that. And that's fine too, right? Like going 3 TCs initially for the eco so you can make a big switch and a big play into Cav Archers is fine. Yo's not exactly being aggressive right now. The camels certainly, they prevented Yo from finding kills. Great series. Great game. This is just wild. And Yo just has Light Cav out, just hoping to stop relics from being brought in from Jordan. And he's going to move out with his monks and probably collect as many relics as possible here. So just now, Bod Canero coming in for the CA. We got the Light Cav, whoop, right through the Cav Archers. Kill the monk. Well played there from Yo. Super, I mean, this is just elite Age of Empires. 3 TCs, good army count at home, pikemen ready, just always moving with Light Cav. So good. Jordan has the units out there to kill this, but the mobility from Yo is awesome. I wonder if Yo considers a forward castle. The army's just getting to the point from Jordan where I'd be worried. Like, on paper, the Cav Archers kill the pikes, and then the camels kill the knights. But that is if the fight gets microed properly. Or Light Cav loop in. Jordan saves the monk inside the TC. Over here, villagers going down to that Light Cav, though. The pikes are there. Jordan has to back away. The Cav Archer mass probably worrying for Yo, so maybe more of a defensive castle coming for him. And Yo just takes the fight here because the pikes have that armor we talked about. And because it's much easier to control melee units. Right? You just patrol in the fight, go home, add farms, add eco. You don't really have to micro to the same level. Obviously, if you can micro the Cav Archers, though, the Cav Archers are just going to be insane here. And Romans do not have good skirmishers. It would have to be Scorpions. And Yo's massing quite a few of them. Roman Scorpions are also affected by ballistics. We could maybe see that in Castle Age from Yo here. Things getting a little sloppy, but probably microing other areas. There are the Scorpions. KD in favor of Yo. Eco in favor of Yo as well. It has to be. It's Romans. Roman Eco is insane. Ballistics could benefit either player. Jordan's getting it now. But worrying times for Jordan if it gets to about 4 or 5 Scorpions with the pikes and knights. That spearman just offs himself there. Look at this from Yo, right? He's like, okay, so my main force is going to be this. Like, so many players loop it all here to control this hill. All of it. But Yo thinks he can get a good enough fight and still hit the other area at the same time. And let's see. Scorpions are there. Villagers are coming forward, and the Scorpions have done so much here. And it's enough to complete the castle. Pikemen will have to die. Knights will have to die. Jordan sends the Lancers in versus Scorpions. Well played there. But Jordan lost a few villagers there, taking Yo's kill count, up to 7. And a forward castle from Yo is only going to lead to another forward castle from Yo. And there's a worry now for Jordan that this is all going to unravel on him. And it brings you back to the TCs, right? It's something that Jordan will be asking himself if he loses this game. Was adding the TCs a mistake? Should I have gone for Cav Archers right away? It's so tricky. These Scorpions are so cheap for Yo. He can always make more. So losing a couple Scorpions isn't going to be that big of a deal for him. He does have the stone to make another castle behind this. For now, Jordan's holding on. But holding on for what? He does not have stone available, guys. His stone is going to be right next to the castle that Yo is about to make here. Castle could honestly be denied. Look at Jordan's micro there. That Cav Archer was distracting all the Scorpions. I think Jordan denies this castle. It was all looking so good for Yo, but the Cav Archer mass finally started to pay off. I don't know if that gets completed. A lot of Scorpions went down. A lot of Knights and Pikes went down. Still, though, you can't take out this. And so it's like, how do you even counterattack here? This is a nice find for Jordan because he's desperate for gold right now. That's game-changing, actually, as is this TC. It really gives him a good shot. And Yo, adding the university now, adding more stables. He's going to be making more knights. He's going to be making more scorpions, and we'll probably see the ballistics upgrade. And he's just waiting. Centurion as well, very strong unit. It's also very costly. It's not the cheapest unit in the world. So I think going full knights is the better play. Jordan, oof. Into the castle fire. You just can't... It's so unforgiving when the opponent has a forward castle. You can't look away. You look away for a moment and you lose so much. And he's losing so many cav archers now. Score has gotten a little bit closer. Maybe because of the KD. Jordan going to counterattack now. But watch what Yo does. I guarantee you, the second he sees the CA go this way, he goes, oh, okay. I dive with my knights and finish the castle then. Well, I might need to send the knights home, though, actually, now that I say that. Yeah, he knows. He deleted that, right? Or did he lose it? Hold on. How much stone was on there? He did delete it. Oh, wait. Yeah, he deleted it. Okay, sorry, guys. That is a pretty important detail there. He deleted it, and then he placed another castle here immediately, which made me think he lost it, because he lost the stone count. We're catching up to live time, where the knights have full armor now, and it's enough to push the CA away. And Jordan just cannot find a direction to go. And if this castle goes up, Jordan's hopes might be done here, because the stone is all here. Jordan doesn't have easy access to stone, but Jordan sees it. Can Jordan deny this? The step lancers are on the way. There's also knights and pikes from Yo. Jordan, you need to focus down the vills. Not easy to do. He will have to sacrifice his step lancers, but he can't let this castle go up. Unfortunately, he's trying to get the other side. There's enough knights. There's enough pikes there. And the castle will complete for Yo. And he has enough stone for another castle then. The big woodline for Jordan is actually hurting him, because a lot of the stones and golds have generated to the sides. But folks, Jordan's still fighting here, and he's on his way to the Imperial Age. It's crazy how Jordan's been able to survive this. If he can get to Bracer, if he can get Chemistry, Heavy Cav Archer, I don't know if Romans have an easy answer. Jordan giving himself his only chance, but he's at risk of being raided to death on either side. Killed some villagers here. Split the step lancers up in the eco of Yo. Yo's tracking that. The imp TC for Jordan is the back TC. And Yo's going all in castle age here. Yo has to spend this stone for castles, man. A castle here. A castle somewhere. He's got to get a castle down. Jordan has made him work for this. 4 relics for Yo. So he's got that to work with. He's still producing knights. The Scorpions do have ballistics, and the Scorpions are looking for Cav Archer hits. And Yo just lost a lot of his forward villagers this game, I think, which is the only problem for Yo, really, has been losing the villagers. Jordan's gold miners here were so valuable. He's going to run away, maybe try and get a TC down somewhere. This is his only gold income that I can see. I think Yo should just click up to the Imperial Age and hold with these positions. Jordan doesn't have a castle, guys. Jordan won't be able to run away if these castles go up. But for now, he does escape. These Scorpions are so tough. Yo sent the villagers a long time ago for this castle. Again, they're coming from home. Ooh, Monk will convert an Archer! Archer gets converted! That actually sucks for Jordan! Because if Yo patrols that onto a resource, Yo might find the vills. There's Bracer. Now, once Bracer's in, the Knights will die pretty quickly. Until Imp Armor and Cavalier comes in. And normally, you know, you'd want to have, like, Trebs as well, right? Parthian Tactics is in. It's nice to get the armor. You got the attack now with Bracer. But, oh, man, guys. There's Ballistas now. Wait. Okay, so they weren't affected by Ballistics until Ballistas was in, right? I thought Ballista affected the ships. Sorry, Roman's still kind of new. And Jordan showing us their Ballistics wasn't necessarily in play. Bracer's in. Yo, forcing some fights here. Ballista's fire rate? It's fire faster. Okay. So it was affected by ballistics before? Got it. Thank you. And Jordan, I feel for the guy right now because he's had such a good series. He's played so good, man. And unfortunately, one player's got to lose here, and Jordan's got no gold. Except for this. Yep, he's got that for gold. Yo should really be outposting everywhere right now. He should be checking everything. Checking this gold. I think we're just moments away from him doing it. Yo might even get heavy Scorpion here. Jordan's Cav Archers just keeping him alive. Keeping his eco alive, which is obviously important because he's behind an eco, but he's got to find some type of counterplay. Oh, Yo's found this. And he could just drop a castle on it at any point in time. Poor Jordan. Oh, man, he's distracted with something. He's trying to run the Cav Archers through. And the game speeding up a little bit for me there because the GG was called. And Yo wins the game with the Romans. It wasn't the Thromans. It was the Yeomans. A series to remember here, guys. We don't know what's going to happen in the rest of this tournament, obviously. But that was... I haven't casted as much of it as I would have liked. But that was the best series from Warlords for me. Incredible stuff. The strategy was so good from both of them. It felt like every time a player lost, there wasn't much I could really question. And, you know, unfortunately for Jordan, now I have to question maybe adding the TCs there. I would think I would have maybe preferred all-in Cav Archers. I don't know. But then you go all-in Cav Archers, and then there's Scorpions, and it's just tough. Like, I prefer the Romans as a civilization, and sometimes that's what it comes down to. It comes down to the draft and how players choose to play it. There were some good mind games from Jordan in that game, forcing a tower out of Yo. I like the counterattack with the Step Lancers. I like the Camels, too. But Yo moves on to the semifinals. What a series it was. Again, that 5% extra efficiency that all the ecos affected by for Romans cannot be understated. That is one of the best eco bonuses in the game. It is way better than having extra food on your sheep. And I guess Tatars also do more damage when fighting on top of hills. But the Tatar eco can't compete. Could have been part of the thinking for Jordan when he forced a tower from his opponent, meaning the opponent spent stone on that instead of TCs. He might have thought, ooh, an opportunity for me to get ahead in eco, which I very much need to do against the Romans. It's so tough to say. 123 kills for Yo, 100 losses, and like the guy played like a beast here, right? So good, great series. Looking forward to seeing what he does in the semi. For VOD watchers later, I won't be casting the semis. I will be having some time with friends on Saturday. I will be casting the rest of the quarterfinals, so you'll get to see the next 3 quarterfinals, and then also I'll be casting the final. So I won't actually cover Yo in that semifinal, which is disappointing, but gotta have some time off. Great series, though. I hope people enjoyed. Looking forward to the comments later on YouTube, obviously. And the people who showed up live to watch this one really were in for a treat today. So thank you, everyone who played a role. Romans look good, man. Romans look really good. I think, especially against Archer civilizations right now. Actually, they're pretty good everywhere. Just a little one-dimensional, but they're good one-dimensional. Wow, look at that, guys. Look at that draft. That's wild. This is rare. Yo won with his first 4 civilizations on his draft. Look at that. Usually you like drop a game like Jordan did. So maybe you can't blame the Tatars, but you could blame the Lithuanians for this because this is Jordan's second pick. I still think a lot of it comes back to game number 1. Yo had no business winning that game, and he somehow got the win. So, great series.